Give me a second. It's kind of hard. Oh, I got coffee. Good. All right. Son of a bitch. Let me put this over here. We'll turn the lights down a little bit. Whoa, what's that? One of my canes. I'm old. It's my birthday, you know. Ow, 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 ow. All right, welcome to Studio 4B. This is Randy and Beth's big birthday bash marathon. Because I like the way she talks, I'm giving a shout out to Crystal Wendy. She always talks weird. She's from Denmark or Netherlands, one of the countries over there where Vikings come from or some crap. I don't know. They're kind of crazy. She talks funny though. And usually when we check her out, you know, she's fucking her hair up or something. And so, you know, we're not really paying attention. We're bullshitting. So we never hear her talk. And the other night we listened to her talk and Beth was like, wow, she talks weird. I said, yeah. I said, you don't expect that till you listen to her. She's pretty cool. I like her. I'm an old man. I'm older than dog shit, man. I've been told that. Seriously, I've been told you're older than dog shit. Okay, so anyway, I think the last time I was working on that file cabinet. I was real worried that you know, sometimes that's a real. Oh wait a minute, hold on, it says say something. Okay, hey motherfuckers. I didn't see anything. All right, so I don't know if the volume's on or not. Well, not read my lips. How's that? So anyway, right now, I got for some reason, man. You know, I don't know. I guess I figured out they can't take my money if I don't have any money. So, and I don't give them any money or promise them any money. I don't know. It's kind of crazy, you know. These dating sites pop up, and the messed up thing is they'll shuffle you to the next one. The next thing you know, you got 5 or 6 or 10 or 20 of them. You got all these girls calling you up that are. Some of them are robots and some of them aren't. The ones that aren't are scarier than the robots. I don't know, man. So anyway, I'm getting inundated by women with all kinds of things that I would never say to a woman. Well, you know, so maybe I would. Sometimes. And probably get the shit slapped out of me. That has happened. But not in a long time, But, 10-year-old kid could beat me up and outrun me. But anyway, we haven't been on there in a while. We're in the same house. I got the file cabinet done. It came out beautiful. Somehow, and I was worried that I was going to mess up. You know, those things sometimes with all those you know, I call them knockdown, where you got to lock it all together and everything. And if you let them sit too long, you know, like in your garage or in the humidity, especially down here in humid Florida most of the time, you know, that wood will deteriorate, you know. So the thing is when you get it, you know, don't let it sit outside in the humidity, as in the garage or your lanai or something like that, for too long, because that humidity will affect the wood and you'll turn one of those things and it'll bust out. And unless you're a woodworker or a cabinet maker, which I was before I was even a carpenter, you know, you'd be hard pressed to put it back together. But always use a little glue. It comes with glue, and they have instructions. You don't have to overdo it. You don't have to underdo it. I don't know it. I kind of thought I underdid it with the glue on this, but it locked together so tight. The little bit of glue in there squeezed out really nice, and everything came out nice. And I mean, I didn't even scratch the son of a bitch. Everything, the handle, the lock, the top. I think the top drawer. Yeah, the top drawer has a lock. You know, it's a 2-drawer filing cabinet, and it's not a solid. Is the base? The bottom of the drawers aren't like solid. It's made for hanging files, so you can't put a lot of weight in them. It came out beautiful. It's mahogany finish. I'll give you a shot of it in a few minutes. Came out really good. It came out better than I'd hoped. And with my tech advisor, that's Beth. She's my tech advisor. She's not here tonight. She went to Daytona Bike Week. It's 200 miles from here, across the state and north. And she went to Daytona Bike Week for her birthday, and she's not back yet. But I had to include her in on it because she's been so much help to me. I wish she was here tonight. It took me forever to get on here. I'm over an hour late. Late because of it's all Beth's fault. She should be here right now. And I don't know. You know how the bikers are. She rode up on the back of a Harley. Gotta be had on her Harley stuff. So good too. I haven't seen any pictures of her recently though, but I want to see some. We'll make sure to see if we can get them uploaded. She is my tech advisor. She's real smart. She helps me with anything that doesn't have to do with like washing dishes or anything. Modern technology. I can write with a pencil pretty good. Sometimes. I realize, sir. It's a binary liner. So anyway, I even steam mopped the garage. The garage was nasty. I was hoping she'd be home today so she could see it and be impressed. And I didn't want her to think I was making her just be my maid or slave or whatever. I'd never do that. Hell, when she came in here, she did so much. I didn't ask her. I didn't have to. She did so much for me, and I hope she gets back. I'm hoping she's watching this. She should be watching this. She better be. I mean, mad if she isn't. I tried calling her. She's probably. I don't know what time the bars close up there. Last time I was there, I went to college here. That's the last time I've been there was when I dropped out of college and joined the army, and in August of 1981, I went over there to hang out with my buddies before I went in the army, and for the weekend, and I went around, went to PJ's. It was PJ's on the pier back then, and no, I don't think it was on the pier. No, it wasn't on the pier. It was PJ's. Then it was PJ's on the pier. I don't know what it is now. It's been 81 was the last time I was there. I was at PJ's and they had a band playing. I think it was Saturday night. I said, man, that's a good band. I said, and they were playing new music, stuff I'd never heard before. And I asked my friend, I said, hey, who's the band? I said, they're really good. And he said they were Loverboy, and he said they had a recording contract coming up. And I said, really? I said, they're pretty good. And then when I joined the army, they take all your stuff away, in basic, and pack it all. You can't have your radios, they want you to be a soldier. And I think when we were done with basic, and we were going into the next phase, which we all stayed together, drill sergeants, everybody, because of what I was doing. And they let us have our radios and stuff. And we were all happy, You can go to the PX, you can have 2 beers. So we go to the PX, and I said, I'll have a pitcher of beer, please. And my buddy's like, you gonna share it with me? I said, no, get your own beer. He said, we said 2 beers. I said, yeah, that's one of my beers, bitch. I learned in the army real quick. You do not ask for permission. You ask for forgiveness. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you meant 2 cans. But anyway, 2 pitchers of beer for me? Hell, even back then I was drinking, man. 2 pitchers of beer, what shit. So anyway, there we were, and we were in basic, and we had the weekend. We could go to the PX, and we had to buy shoe polish, razors, stuff like that. That's what we go to the PX for. And you weren't there, and some of the guys bought them. They had the new LED watches out. They had the LEDs on them, and some of them had the LCDs. And this one friend of mine, he was kind of a badass dude. He got a watch that had all kinds of little songs on it and shit. And it was so hilarious because some of our drill sergeants were real assholes. And we were in this fucking radio class where we're learning radio, how to call in various missions and stuff, and how to use the radio competently in this class. And you got two guys per radio, all a whole classroom full of radios. You're learning how to turn them on, how to do everything, how to do everything on these things, how to talk and everything. And all of a sudden, his watch started playing Jingle Bells, and it wouldn't stop. And he's about to shit because this was a fancy watch, and it was kind of expensive. The PX sold some nice stuff, cutting edge technology stuff. It was really, and and this drill sergeant that was running the class, he gets this look on his face, and I'm like, "Ooh, he's a mean one." And he walks over, and my buddy's about to die, and Sergeant goes, "Give me that," and he goes, "That's pretty nice." And they sat there and messed with it for a couple minutes until he got it to turn off, and kind of, I was surprised he didn't throw a fit. And he didn't. He didn't. Not for that. That's kind of hilarious. I think it's because he saw how nice the watch was. Hell, drill sergeants liked everything too. We all liked our toys. But so there we are when we were out of basic. We got the weekend there, but some of the guys got drunk and stupid. Especially the younger guys. Me, well, I wasn't old. Yeah, I was kind of old. I was 19. Some of the guys were 17. Straight out of the hills and stuff. And we had one guy that was an old man. He was 28 years old. Oh my God, he was old. He almost had gray hair, receding hairline and shit. God, 28, what's he doing? And he was an old man. But shit, I'd die to be 28 again. Well, you know what I mean. But I remember on the radio they played one of their songs. I think it was "Hot Girls in Love." That was their big hit, their first big hit, I think. And I said, "Man, I heard these guys on Daytona Beach right before I came here. It was 2 days before I went in the Army. And I flew up from Miami. They bust, Army. You know how the Army is. Oh, I don't know. I know how the Army is. They bust us to Miami. And they had us all in this old, decrepit Holiday Inn. Guys and girls, and I mean Marines and this Marines Navy. This one girl was so super hot, and she was going to the Marines, right? I mean, she was sexy. And this other girl, she was going in the Navy. She was sexy too, but she was you tell the difference between the Marine girl was all sharp and kick ass looking, head to toe, and the Navy girl was kind of had blonde. I'll be damned. I forgot all about that. She had blonde, kind of curly hair. I mean, pretty curly, naturally curly. And me and her wound up together. We were drinking beer and whiskey. I went over and bought a bottle of whiskey. He had to sneak out a little bit, but I didn't care. And had bathtubs full of beer. We started drinking, and we wound up and we had fun. And I didn't have any shoes. I had flip flops, and I was the only one that arrived at Fort Knox with flip flops on my feet. And the guys were making fun of me because what are you doing wearing shower shoes? I said, shower shoes. I said, I'm from Florida. I said, that's what I wear down there. I said, I don't wear those shoes. It's rainy season. Because you walk through the water, you can take them off, go barefoot. Don't want to wear shoes to get your feet wet. If you're wearing sandals, you got to drag your sandals. So you got to wear flip flops so you can take them off and walk better. So anyway, that's the flip flop thing. But anyway, heard that band, Loverboy, Hot Girls in Love. And my friend used to play that in his band. Um, I want to show you guys that filing cabinet though. It came out so nice. And I gotta set mom up and off. She got her new computer now. I'm happy with a laptop. This ain't even a real laptop. My friends say this ain't a real computer. This is just a Chromebook. Hey, it's more than I've ever had. I had a El Cheapo Chromebook, the first Chromebook I ever had, and I loved it because I, I I do YouTube mainly, man. I like music. I mean, I can look up, I order stuff, like for my bicycle and everything. Um, I was probably Well, I was probably the last man in America to ever see computer porn. And personally, I prefer looking at it on my phone. I don't know why. Maybe it's more intimate. Maybe it's, I don't know. I don't know. But on here, it's a. Oh, but I mean, I remember back in the '90s and when people had, big clunky computers and stuff, and they'd be bragging about it. They said, "Yeah, you can punch in anything." I was like, "Wow," So I got a I got a smartphone a few years ago, so that was my first experience with like YouTube and porn and all that shit. I'm like, wow. I said, they do have a lot of crap on here. you know, it's kind of crazy. You don't hardly see magazines anymore. It's all. I like magazines. Though. I like it because you can tear the pictures out and put them on your wall. And I've got a bunch of them framed, but I'm more for framing. I'm more for the um, like Victoria's Secret. I got Victoria's Secret 1992 with what's her name, Stephanie Seymour, and that was like the original Victoria's Secret supermodels. I had a bunch of Tyra Banks. Unfortunately, the rain got them. God damn, Tyra Banks was hot back then. And I wish I would. I wish I had some just to frame and hang on the wall. I've got some of them hanging in here. Someday we'll do a tour, especially when we get out of this place. I call this Hell House, and there's a reason for it. It is a Hell House, but and my hair is starting to grow a little longer. I like it long. I don't like having short hair. Short hair reminds me of Nazis in prison. Also, it's a way for me to say "fuck you" to the world. Fuck you, world. No, I don't mean that like fuck you, but somebody wants to fuck with me, fuck you. It's my birthday. You know how old I am? Well, when I first met Beth's ex, one time I think she has a daughter that's fairly young, with him. She's been with him quite a while, and I think I was riding with her and we drove out to her house to see her daughter or something. We drove out there and I had never seen him, and he saw, just nodded to him. I didn't know anything about him. He didn't know anything about me. And then one day he was coming to pick her up here or something. I can't remember exactly. It was around Thanksgiving or Christmas. I don't know. Time's a blur. This house sometimes freaks me out. But he comes down and he goes, well, the one day I was working on my bike, they were out in the carts in the parking lot talking, and he I was going to go over and talk, but I didn't really get a chance, and I was hurting real bad, and I had to work on the bike, and my kickstand doesn't work for months, and it can be a real bitch sometimes. My bike's been down for a week, and I can't get around without the bike. And I've been real lazy. I've been rationing my cigarettes. I mean, I can do that kind of shit. And if I run out, I can roll them with notebook paper. These things suck so bad that I can re-roll them with notebook paper, but only for a day. After that, I'm dead. But so he saw me work on the bike and shit. I don't know if he thought that she had moved in and was having sex with me, but she wasn't. I made it real clear to her that when she moved in, I said I'm not like that. I said I would never do anything against somebody's wishes. I said, I said, so you won't have to worry about me trying to pull a fast one on you or anything. And I said, you know, your room is your room. I won't mess with it. You can come and go as you please. Um, and she knew the place, a safe place to be, and that's all it was. And and we became friends. She's like the best thing that happened to me in a long time. And she's like my best friend. And she better be fucking watching. I'm gonna text her, man. I got all these. What's funny is sometimes I wind up talking to some of these girls, and some of them are real, and it's like, what are you doing on here? And they, especially when they find out, oh shit, I'm kind of old, ow, and I'm broke, and I said, well, I wouldn't mind just having a friend. Well, most of them run. They couldn't run. I can't blame them. Who wants to be with me anyway? Fuck me. But some of them will actually talk to me. But I don't know how to navigate these sites, and I don't have a whole lot of money, and sometimes it'll be like, well, to continue chatting, give us money, and I'm like, man, I fucking ain't giving you my credit card. I said, fuck, I don't say that, but I mean, some of them actually hunt me down, which I don't know what I'm doing. I get lost on this phones, computers, all this crap, and a lot of times I don't have somebody to help me. I don't know how I did this. I got lucky this time. Usually it's Beth or somebody to help me out. Today I'm all alone, man, all alone, and this it's pretty weird. There's I don't think you guys can see it. I don't think resolution. Maybe. I don't know. The resolution of this camera isn't very good. Sometimes, sometimes when you was we need some music back going here in the background. Sometimes, if you look at, I can see it like real clear. You know, I used to work around airplanes. I was an aircraft mechanic for a while, and living down here when the airport was small, and I was working on single engine planes. People seem to think that the smaller their airplanes are, the cheaper they should be to work on. And in some respects that's true, and in some respects that's not. And we were charging about less than a luxury car maker would charge per hour for labor, and these cocksuckers would still bitch. We're like, God damn. I mean, we wouldn't cuss or anything, couldn't. I had short hair and shit, uniforms. Worked for a flight school. It was kind of fun. Got to fly quite a bit. Not, I mean, some fun flying, like working on an airplane. Flight instructor comes out and says, you got that thing? Yeah. Let's take it up for a test flight. And I say, all right. And my boss would let me go, and we'd fly out to Inglewood and back, and in a car, it takes a while. But shit, in an airplane, you're out there 20 minutes round trip. You're like, wow, that was pretty neat. And well, I miss those days, but I wasn't getting rich, and it was more profitable for me to build houses, and that's what I did. Well, the flight school in the wintertime, they slow down. It was weird. Airplanes were weird back then. I'm working, I'm getting 30 something hours a week. Shit, man. I actually I was making more per hour, and well, except for you have billable hours. All right, you guys know about that. Some of you do, but anyway, so it was more profitable for me to build houses, and so that's what I did. I was a carpenter, and it took me a while to say I was a carpenter instead of I do carpentry. But I hate saying I do construction when I'm a carpenter. But I say I am a carpenter. Proud to be a carpenter. So anyway, la di da. My bike's falling apart. I've got another bike on the rack over here I'm working on. I've been working on it for quite a while, but it's going to take longer. Now, I want to get back to the other house. I've been there one time in the last months and months and months and months. And I can't even remember why I went there, just to look, I think. I won't even ride down the street. I got a friend of mine that lives down the street on the corner, and if I go to see him, I won't ride past the house. I'll ride from the other direction. I don't even want to go by there anymore. I'm just so everything about that was a total fuck me-a-thon. It was a total fuck me-a-thon. And the fuck me-a-thon has been going on. Some of us, including my mom, and well, it kind of gives me a bad attitude. And, I heard with Beth has been my savior because, and these assholes, they'll pick up on that. These people are not normal human beings in any sense. And but her being here has been able to let me recover. I'm not really recovering. I'm maintaining. I think sometimes I'm better, sometimes I'm worse. But my joints hurt real bad sometimes. Sometimes meaning 80% of the time instead of 100% of the time. I mean, so I'm sitting here, and after a few minutes in one position, I have to move because it starts to hurt. My knees, my hips, my back, especially, and it's hard to. Right now, there's just so much I need to do that I can't just sit around. Mom's been sick, and that's kind of the thing that upsets me the most. And I could sit here and bitch and rail and name names and point fingers. But I'm not going to do that. And it's not because I'm weak or I'm scared or I'm a pussy or I'm a piece of shit. No, it's because, I don't know, man. If these guys will fucking clear out and quit fucking with me or tell me what the fuck's going on, then maybe I will lighten up. But you know what? My mom almost died a couple of times. And she's, right now she can barely hear. She's as frail, as incredible. And sometimes I about burst into tears and I just want to kill somebody. And these son of a bitches, until I started getting real fucking evil, they sat around. And even now, they'll sit there and they'll laugh at me and call me stupid. They're the kind of guys that would hang out in a fucking parking lot by the handicap zone so they can steal the old lady's purse with a cane and run because they know that she can't catch them. That's the way I feel they're doing to me and my mom. You know, I get a little mad about it. I'm 57. These guys are treating me like I'm some fucking retard. They think that my physical disability includes a mental disability. These fucking assholes. They know I can't run. They set me up for all kinds of shit. And yet, they won't leave me the fuck alone, and I don't know why. And they're calling me a piece of shit. So, if you guys feel like calling me a piece of shit, that's fine with me. But I didn't start all this. I didn't do anything. I was forced into this, and I begged to talk to these people before I even knew what was going on. It took me a couple of months, me myself, to find out. I don't know everything that's going on. I don't know everyone that's involved, but I know a good percentage. I know that some people that say they aren't are. I know some people that are that know that I know. You know, and I tell you what, it ain't funny, but when my mom's involved, and that's when I get a little mad. And when I say a little mad, I'm talking very mad, and I may be crippled, and I may not be able to run, but I can do things. And I tell you what, one thing I can do is I can write everybody's name down that I know and that I even think might be involved. I can write it down on a piece of paper and I can show it to you guys, and we'll see where it goes from there. Because I can't go to the police department. I don't. I tried once. You know what? They laughed at me, and I said, "Well, they're no help." I tried calling a lawyer to get some help. Lawyers wouldn't touch me. I can't get any son of a bitch to help me in any way. So I think that's what I'll do. But me threatening to go live on here and expose everybody, all of a sudden I get a mystery text that says I'm a piece of shit. Huh. There's got to be 20 to 1. I'm a cripple. My mom doesn't even know what's going on. Nobody believes me. Everybody calls me crazy, and yet I'm a piece of shit for trying to stand up for myself. This isn't my house. I don't own it. I don't even like living here. I don't like the neighborhood. I like the air. As far as the location, it's not bad. It's just from day one, this place is not not one person. I don't know what they were told, but I asked this one guy. I said, why do they treat me like I'm the spawn of Satan? I said, am I the spawn of Satan? I don't think I am. I said, I know I cuss too much. I said, that's from the pain and stuff. Oh no, you're not the spawn of Satan. That's how they were treating me. Somebody went and told these people I was the spawn of Satan, I guess. And I mean, even now, there's stores I walk in where I go in on, not every day, but I go in 3 or 4 times a week, like to buy cigarettes and stuff. And these people look at me like I'm the spawn of Satan. And I'm like, man, somebody told them some stuff about me that ain't true. Because the people that know me from, before, they know the real me. So, God. So, I'm just trying to, I don't know what these people were told. But the thing is at any time, anybody in this neighborhood, anybody anywhere really, these assholes at the stores that I'm telling you about, and I'll call them assholes because every time I walk in there, I'm nice. I've never stole. I don't steal. I never steal. Well, not on purpose. I walked out one time, had something from Walmart, like I forget what it was. It was in the cart. I was kind of embarrassed, but I'll be damned, I wasn't going back in there. Hell no. So anyway, it was only like a magic marker or something, but it wasn't on purpose. But I'm not gonna. If I find a wallet, I'll give it back. I've been poor for so goddamn long. Um, I'm not gonna take somebody's money. Fuck that. It made me feel like shit. I'm give it back to him the way it is. It's just the way it is. But that's that's just me. I know I'm stupid. But I figured to start. I just get into it. I don't want to do that. I'd rather. I'm too crippled to do anything. I can't even fucking walk. What I might do is find somebody to help me find a fucking doctor, so I can get the treatment I need, so I can fucking walk again. If I can fucking walk, I can get a job. I can make money. Fucking all my life, I had money from working all my motherfucking life. I started working when I was in 4th grade. I was what, 8, 9 years old? Started pushing a goddamn lawnmower. Bought me a boat the first year. Dad bought the motor. We had that for like 2 years. And we don't, man, my old man ain't no sailor. And, I thought it'd be, oh, yeah, we're going to go out. And we kept hitting sandbars. We didn't know what the hell we were doing. We weren't having fun. So Dad says, why don't we get rid of the boat? And we had a boat and trailer and motor. Okay, Dad. So, fucking brand new Honda motorcycles. I had a 125. Holy shit. So, my work paid off. I had a nice stereo. The first stereo I bought was a Pioneer. And I bought it. I went to the bookstore and you can buy the books on the stereos. And I started researching the prices. I wrote everything down: speakers, turntables, receiver. And I bought me a Pioneer turntable, direct drive, Pioneer receiver, and Pioneer speakers, man. My first stereo. I was like in 8th grade. It was rocking, man. Hell yeah. I bought quality, and I always did. I mean, cars, I'd buy junker sometimes, because you had to. But I always had motorcycles and cars. And I knew that if I needed something, I'd get my ass up in the morning and go to work every day and make money. And then all of a sudden, I get this: I can't even work. The guys at the convenience store offered me a job. I'm like, I can't even lift cases of beer and shit. How am I going to walk around? What if somebody needs something in the back? I can't even walk into the kitchen so hard. I don't even want to do it. God, getting up in the morning, I got to piss. Well, I got to walk. I'm hurting. Waking up, I'm hurting. It's fucked up. And it's been that way for a long time. And when I go to the doctors, they look at me with my fucking hair, and you know, yeah, I drink, and because I'm scared to get any medication will affect if I'm drinking. Well, I used to drink a lot more than I do now, but they look at me and they think I'm one of the what do you call opioid. Oh, you just want painkillers? No, I want them for the pain. I don't want them. This shit's bad. It's incredibly bad, and I got some friends, people that know how to play the system. Get your hair cut short. You get enough drugs to fuck that. And I was getting a runaround for about 2 years. I went to like 3 or 4 different doctors, and all they did was go get blood tests because their buddies on the blood machine that does the blood work. I know all about that shit. Every time they go, boom, that's government money, $10,000 to run your blood through all those tests. I'm like, son of a bitch, man. And then they don't do anything, I'm really hurting. I can't walk. And they look at me, and I have my hair combed and everything, and I'm not dressed too bad, and I walk across my office, 10-foot office, and I walk back and forth 10 feet. Okay, I'm not. And they're like, oh, you look fine to me. You can walk. Like, motherfucker, man. I can't walking down to the end of the driveway. I don't walk to the end of the driveway here, and it's not that far because it hurts that bad. To taking the trash cans out. I'll take one trash can out. Maybe a couple hours, I'll take another one out. That's how bad it is. And yet, I can't get any help. And this one doctor was so great, man. Now this nurse, I got to admit, man, nurse. I think she was a nurse practitioner. She might have been a full scale doctor. I don't know. I mean, this doctor, every nurse in there was rocking. You know what I mean? But this one nurse practitioner, or she could have been, I don't mean real doctor. I don't mean like that. Sometimes the nurses. All right, I'm not even gonna go there. But I like the nurses. The nurses have to get down in the trenches and do the hard work. And so this chick, man, it had to be a chick job. Um, they were just incredibly nice. I'd be sitting in this damn office if she come in and she had beautifully curly hair. She would kind of brush those breasts up against me. I'd be going, man. Every time I'm thinking to myself, did I pay or did I pay? I wouldn't pay anything. I had no money. I couldn't work. I'm thinking, man, I'm wanting to get better, and this little this little show and tell here is great, but it's not doing me any good, helping me get any you know get back on my feet or anything. So going to the doctor and getting some nice tips shoved in my face. Okay, that was nice, but hell, man. If I can make my own money, I can go to the bar and have that happen, or the strip club. Shit, that woman. I don't know. I'm not saying anything bad either. I mean, maybe she was just checking my heart rate or something. But it was, that was a long time ago. I've had this stuff that's fucking me up. I've had it for a while, and people just look at me. They think I'm a dumbass. Hell, man. The only time I ever really went to the doctor, you know, seriously, I've got some broken shit, um, because I had to get up and go to work and make money. Um, I'd usually lay in bed a couple of days. I've duct taped my shoulder together when I broke it so I could go to work. That was kind of the worst, but it's still, no, it's broken, it's shattered. I felt it when it hit. It shattered. There's a bunch just crushed. Um, but usually the only time I go to the hospital or anything is when I'm cut so bad I have to be sewn up. And then they look at you like, you're just a piece of shit. And so I don't know how to navigate through the, how would you say, the doctor's fields and put up with the bullshit. And, like I said, I would go for, I went for almost a year. They didn't do one goddamn thing, not a goddamn thing. And I just kind of got tired of it. And you know, they weren't doing one thing for me. They did nothing. And so, and I really want to get better. I've always wanted to get better. I do not like not working. I'm not. People call me lazy. Oh, you got that government check now. Oh, you can sit around and drink, do what you want to. Fuck, bullshit. I drink. I want to drink at the bar. I want to drink shooting pool. Can't do that. Bullshit. I want to go out and make money what I'm worth, not what some asshole says I should get. Some government allocation. You don't beat the government that way. You beat the government by making so much money that they can't take it all away from you. That's how you beat the government. I was almost there. And I'm not talking about beating the government. I'm talking work wise. Let's make them get money. And, and I'm a piece of shit now. Hmm. There's not one of these cocksuckers around that would offer to help me if I was laying on the side of the motherfucking road and I'm the piece of shit. Okay, I can live with that. If you think I'm a piece of shit, give me a call. Let me know. I think I got a chat room here. I don't know how to do it though. It says live chat. It says learn more. Maybe let's learn some more. I'm willing to learn. I can admit when I'm wrong. You know that? I can admit when I'm wrong. I've been wrong before. No, I still don't really. They're kind of California. But in some ways I connect with some of the California bands. I mean, really seriously, California. I've known people from California. I dated this girl. This girl I dated, she was rocking, man, and she was rocking. She was a California girl. But I'll also say this: I had a good friend in the army from California. Every person I've ever met from California is freaking crazy. They're all crazy. I've never met one that wasn't crazy. I'm telling you. I'm talking like, and they make fun of us here in Florida. Like I used to order parts from a bike, the company was out there in California, and I have to call them up and talk to them, and they had this thing. I swear to God, it was on the radio. I guess it was called Florida Man or something, where they make fun of the shit people do here in Florida. Because people do get kind of crazy here in Florida, but they get crazy in every state, except maybe Vermont. I don't know if they get crazy in Vermont. That's kind of a weird state. I think if you don't have people getting crazy in your state, you're in a scary state. And I don't mean anything bad about Vermont. I've met people from Vermont; they're nice. I went to school with a few of them. They had their heads on straight. That's kind of weird. Um, Maybe they didn't. No, they didn't. But the California people are making fun of us here in Florida. They're the ones driving down the road shooting everybody up on the freeways. To me, California's a crazy state, not us. Shit. I don't know. So the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I used to hate them. I was like, eh. And then they had that one video. It was a pretty cool video too. I like it. It's where give it away, give it away, give it away. Man, the dude's going backwards with the banner thingy or whatever they call it. And that's a good video too. It was well thought out as far as like how they did it. And so I thought these guys are a bunch of freaks. Fuck them. I'm an Offspring fan myself. Dexter somehow it's like how they have quantum spin. You've heard about quantum spin. I mean they have quantum spin now. Where and this is another thing. Also, we'll get to that later. But the quantum spin. Where the same spin on an atom or a electron can occur. Here and way over there. It's called teleportation. But it's not real teleportation. They're doing the same thing. How do they do that shit? I don't know. But it's the quantum theory. And also, so that brings us back to multiple universes. And I wonder sometimes, my dreams, there's different worlds. There's this, or I don't even know if it's different worlds. It may be the same world. It may be different areas, atmospheres, or whatever. But I think some of them are different worlds because there's one where I've done like four tours in Europe, and I mean they're combat tours, and I'm like this is my and I'm sitting there and and I'm like I haven't been here four times, but I've been here four times. You know what I mean? I'm like flashing back and forth, and I'm wondering if that's one of my alternate worlds where somebody lives an alternate me, and in my dreams maybe he comes here and I go there. You know what I mean? And there's another one where it's I hate to even say this, a fucking prison planet, but it's like I'm like one of the kingpins, you know. Well, at my age I should be anyway, you know. And it's like wow, I was never that way. Not any time I've ever done. Not like that. And I mean it's just natural. I mean it flows, you know. It's like wow, you know. How did this happen? The combat tour is what really did it because I wonder one time I was on my third tour and I'm like, wait a minute, I've only been to Germany once, and we're wearing totally different uniforms and weaponry and stuff, you know. And there was and then there was one where it was almost like Boca Grande, you know, it was beautiful, beautiful, but it wasn't Boca Grande, but it was, but it wasn't. It could have been somewhere around there. It could have been one of the, I don't know. And it was weird, you know. The chick I met, and she had blonde hair, and it looked different, a little bit different. Could be from the sun and all that kind of stuff. But I've also noticed that whenever I dream like that, if I'm swimming or running or climbing, because that does happen. Um, and there's another couple of worlds too, where I don't hurt at all. You know, there's no pain. There's no pain there. It's like the alternate me's are all in good shape. You know, it's like wow. You know, um, uh, the combat tours especially. Sometimes you got to run. You know, and I used to always run, and here I can't do it. And it kind of worries me. What if they come here and all of a sudden they're like, oh my god, just to move is pain. And do they worry that I don't want I kind of try to convey, but it's hard because when I'm there, I don't really I mean it's like you flow automatically. Well, I guess it would flow, but I'm trying to convey to them that um, when they get back, they won't be like that. This is just not this isn't normal me, and I don't want them to worry. I want them to know I'm trying to get better. So that maybe sometime when they come, if we do that, they'll be like, "Wow, this is better." And maybe they can help me get better, because we could be existing shadows, like right next to each other, where you don't know. You know what I mean? Well, anyway, even the top physicist is saying this. Stephen Hawking. I read what is Brief History of Time. That's a good book to read. I've read it a few times. I think it's one of the books that I've saved over the last 20 something years. I don't save too many books, but that's one that was very near and dear to me because I can read it every couple of years and reconnect with it. And there's absolutely no math involved in it, which well, sometimes I get into that higher calculus crap and I'm lost. I mean, I can handle geometry, I can do some things in my head, but I mean that um well, calculus kind of I hit a block with calculus where I just we were doing something that just everything I did was totally I couldn't get it right. I don't know what it was. I was even tutored and everything. Somehow I remember this happened when I was young. Maybe it's one of them. Maybe in one of these alternate worlds, the math is a little different there or something. It's fucking up because of some reason. I don't know. Anyway, so I reached a point with calculus where all of a sudden I just kind of sped off into stupidity. It's like, wow, I lost it there. I mean, there for a while I could do, because to do physics, like this is a case in point that we did in high school, and it was really applied. You had to have, when you were taking physics, you had to have calculus at the same time because the calculus calculations that you were learning applied directly to the physics calculations. As you could tell when a rocket, at any point when a rocket took off from Earth, with the spin of the Earth, the weight of the rocket, the weight of the first stage, the speed, the weight, it's going faster as it loses weight, all that crap. You could tell where it was at any moment. And when you see these SpaceX launches or NASA launches, if you'll watch them with the right feed, I've done this, and you can do it on your computer thing. I like doing that because sometimes, um, this whole different ballgame. I go out and I like to watch the night launches, especially. And I used to have spots out there in the boonies where I made it a point when there was a rocket launch, I would take my on my phone and I would be watching on my phone. I would have my binoculars, and you can pre-focus your binoculars on a star or a planet, and you pre-focus your binoculars so you're ready. So you got to just pick them up. You don't have to fuck with them. And so when the rocket takes off, you're sitting there, you're watching it, and all of a sudden there it is on the horizon. Because we're about 100 and a little over 150 miles from the Cape. And when they take off, it takes a few seconds on a clear night. It takes a few seconds before you'll see it, and then all of a sudden it comes up, and then it'll kind of go in a southerly direction, but it's going also towards the equator. They fire south because they use the spin of the Earth, and they go east to use the spin of the Earth against it, to where it helps the rocket get into orbit faster. And they launch out over the Atlantic, but they launch south too because they're going for the equatorial spot. Now, sometimes they'll do a polar launch where they'll launch north. Now, if they do that, you're not going to get much of you'll see a little bit, but it's going north, so you don't see a whole lot. But we get a lot of those launches. Now, they have, I've noticed when they do these launches, they have people or tracking stations. And I had a bunch of old maps from the 1960s, National Geographic maps, and along the Atlantic Ocean, the Caribbean, the Lesser and Greater Antilles, places like that. They had radar stations, and they had observation stations where they had Air Force personnel and Navy personnel stationed to watch these rockets as they came over and to track like the first stage would come off and where it would hit in the ocean and stuff. And they would track all that stuff. And I mean, it's not like they just guess where things go. They pretty much know. They have a pretty good idea, where stuff's going to hit. And they did all this through trial and error, 1950s and 60s. ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles, were what got us into the space race. It wasn't that we were like, oh, let's go to space. It's like, let's bomb the fuck out of fucking Russia without having to send people over there. Let's send fucking rockets over there. And, well, hey, them damn Russians, they were good too, man. They were rocket experts, man. I mean, in World War II, before we ever were even thinking about, well, I wasn't thinking about space. I wasn't even born. You weren't either. I guarantee it. All right, some old man's going to come up and say, yeah, I was, Sonny. Hell, I'm old, so. No, wait a minute now. Yeah, okay, I got skewed. It could be. Old son of a bitch. I'm older than dog shit, so how old are you? Older than dinosaur shit? But, I'm serious. That's what Beth's old man said to me when he first met me. He comes up and I know what it was. I said, how you doing? I said, I'm Randy. I'm Beth's ex. And I said, yeah, I know. He goes, oh, we have a kid together. I said, yes, I know. And he goes, what's with the army shit? Because I have my army hat on. I got it right here. I don't know if you guys seen it. Oh, this is the only thing I've ever bought since I've got in the army that I fucking like. And it says Army, and it's got the captains, the scrambled egg things. I don't give a crap about it. But it looks good, It's nothing fancy, Whenever you see something that's got the symbol for the Army, people don't know what that is, the shield and the eagle and stuff, This says Army, nothing fancy. It's the only thing I ever bought, this right here. I like it. I lost it one time. I made Beth drive me out to the boonies to find the motherfucker. Beth, I gotta have that hat. It's the only thing I like. And we found it, and that was hilarious because I was so fucked up. It was incredible, and I was pretty sure where I left it. Thank God I got it back. It's the only one I've ever seen. See, it says Army here, and it says Army there. It's nothing fancy. It's probably made in China or fucking Malaysia or somewhere, but it's black and I like it. But he goes, "What's the Army stuff?" So, well, I was in the Army, and I wasn't really thinking much, because I hardly ever used to wear these. I wear them in the wintertime as a wearing other jackets underneath so I can stay warm when it gets. Sometimes it does get cold. Now this is March. Well, it's my fucking birthday, so I know exactly what it is. But usually, my birthday, right around my birthday, is where it's cold but not too cold, and it's been fairly cold the last couple of nights where I've got the heat going. Um, had to rub my bike because really I've been kind of lazy about fixing it, and I don't know. I sometimes I just hurt so bad I didn't even feel like doing anything for a couple of days, and then sometimes I get harassed so much I just you know, that's why I was really surprised when I did that filing cabinet. He goes, how old are you? And I told him how old I was. And he goes, you're older than dog shit. And I said, fucking, that's the kind of thing I would say. That's what I was thinking. And then I thought, well, I know I've said that around Beth. I told Beth, hey, I'm older than dog shit. And so I, you know, I asked her. I said when we were hanging out one night, whatever, partying, we didn't, she made it clear to me, fairly, I told her I wasn't gonna mess with her. I meant that. But we're friends. We're good friends. And she's like, to tell you the truth, she's my best friend. She likes guys her own age, and I don't blame her because I like I've always liked girls, about my age. I can communicate with them. I think girls my age are sexy as hell. But there's that generational difference. Music, anything pretty much. Talking in general. I want somebody to understand the stuff that the experiences, good or bad, that I've had. And it's the same with them. And so, but I thought maybe she said something to him about ah me being older than dog shit or something. And she's like, no, I never said that. He was in the army too. He was in Iraq. And I said, oh, I didn't know that. So, I've got utmost respect for him because son of a bitch, man. That's a war zone. I was only in Germany, man. The only thing I had was the cold and the assholes, and face it, man. Terrorists weren't shit. We'd have ripped them up in my unit. They didn't mess with us. And we went to the East German border a lot. Our job was communism. My job was to destroy communist tanks. Was my major job. All kinds of ways you can stop a tank. I used to tell people I could take an armored car out, but the whole thing is in reality, somebody would probably die, and I really don't, I really don't want to kill somebody. No, I've kind of gone out of my way not to. There's been a few times, I could see in the heat of the moment, accidentally. Thank God I never accidentally, because when I was younger, I'd get into fights a lot, but we didn't pull guns. We fought. I've had people try to kill me. I've just tried to stop them. I didn't want to. Sometimes it's do I sometimes it's easier. I just don't want to do it. I don't think it's right. There's been once or twice where I lost, not to win, but lost to not do something horrible. And and most people see that as a weakness instead of just I was trying to do the right thing. Um, Now there are I could see or anyway but it's like these people that are messing with us now, if they don't, I've tried to get them to stop. I've tried talking to them. I really don't know who they are. I know some of the people involved. They all laugh at me. They think I'm a stupid cripple. I'm a retard. Um, and then when I threaten to up the ante a little bit, they start calling me a piece of shit. Now I know there's just me. I mean, Beth, Beth has seen some of the stuff that's kind of unreal. She's experienced some of the stuff, but generally they don't fuck with anybody except me and my mom. Now, my mom, she's old. The chemicals and stuff they pump into the air. I don't know what they're doing. It can't be good for me. They don't talk to me. They don't. They basically they treat me like a piece of shit. They don't give two fucks. They laugh. They talk shit. But the stuff affects my mom. She's been in the hospital a few times as a direct result of what they're doing, and I get real mad about that. And if they were to kill my mom, I think I would immediately take a couple of them out. It wouldn't matter who, and I would implicate every person on air who's involved in it as murderers, because that's what they would be. Killing my mom or letting her die, they would be murderers. And when I start doing that, these people who have cars, and, oh, they're so much better than me because I'm a bum, I'm a piece, they're calling me a piece of shit. Well, my birthday, and I'm called a piece of shit. We're trying to stand up for myself and telling them that if they kill my mom, I'm going to fuck them up. And all of a sudden, I'm a piece of shit. Who the fuck are these people? They sound like goddamn Nazis. And I said, well, don't fuck with me or my mom. And guess what? I'm looking out. I can see the chemicals in this air. I don't know what they are. I don't know if you can see them. I can kind of see it on the screen there. It's rippling. Like when you look at a jet engine or you look when somebody's putting fuel in their gas tank, you see the ripples in there. I can look at the fucking lamp over there and I can see the fucking shit. It can't be good. And what it is, I call it a binary because it's I'm not sure what it is exactly, but it when it breaks down, I can see when it's breaking down. Like when they shut it down, there's some kind of mechanism, and I have found shit. We'll get to that in a minute. But I tried to save some. Oh, but anyway, I can see it like right now. I can see it in the air. It's making the air shimmer. It's making it. And most people are like, "You're crazy." I think that most people that say I'm crazy, I found something out, and as I've grown older, most of the time I'm right. And usually when I'm right and somebody's telling me I'm wrong, they're either one, they're stupid as fuck, or they're telling me I'm wrong because they're fucking me and they know they're fucking me. So that's kind of the implications I get about this whole house. So when I say something about the house and somebody goes, "Oh, you're crazy," they either are in on it or they're stupid. Now, some people obviously can't see or hear very good, but sometimes some of this shit's real obvious. Now, this shit that's in the air and making it shimmer and shit, it can't be good. I know it's My mom's almost died. And these guys, they didn't care about, they didn't care two shits about me or my mom. They didn't care two shits. They called me a piece of shit, not because they're worried about us or what they were doing or the evil that they're doing. No, they want to do they're taking care of a piece of shit because I'm a piece of shit. How did I get to be a piece of shit? I didn't burn that house down over there. I wasn't dealing drugs. I don't steal. I don't beat people. I don't fucking hurt people. Huh, I, I'm so poor it sucks. And I got this piece of shit bike. I can't even upgrade my fucking bike. I can barely maintain the motherfucker on this goddamn fucking shit money I make. And these cocksuckers are fucking calling me a piece of shit. I won't go out and steal. I will not steal. That's why I joined the fucking armies. I had to steal a pack of fucking ham in college. I said, I'm not stealing my way through college. Fuck that. I joined the army. Well, the army fucked me too. But I mean, I still stand by that. I ain't stealing shit. Cocksuckers. And I'm a piece of fucking shit. I don't deal drugs. I never have. They tried to set me up as a drug dealer. I found all this shit out on my own by listening, by being very quiet, by being my ears. What when I when I first started hurting real bad, I couldn't walk. I had to get away from people for a while, so the pain would subside a little bit by being very still for very long periods of time. And so I got used to being alone for a long time, and it kind of sucks, but it's also it allowed me to think a lot and it allowed me to feel a little better. Not great. And then my son was in high school and his mom died, and I felt, my God, I couldn't imagine. His mom was really nice too, and and she was a good mom. She was a damn good mom, and she was one. And I'll tell you this: no, she wasn't one of the smartest. She was the smartest woman I ever knew. I don't give a fuck about doctors or scientists. I ain't talking that kind of shit. I'm talking this girl knew shit. She could have been anything she wanted to be. When she had kids, she was a waitress. She accepted her lot in life as a housewife and a mother, and she loved her kids. And I give a fuck about a scientist or anything. I don't mean it like that, but what I mean is, this woman was smart. I could talk to her about things. I could talk to her about physics. I could talk to her about archaeology. She might not know everything, but she knew so much. That girl could have done a whole lot more than she did. And I never harped on her. She never complained one bit. Well, she would complain sometimes when she got stiffed on a tip or something. I would too. They used to have this thing about the. All right, we won't go about there. I won't go there. This is all. But when she died, I felt that I should do more. And so I started trying to do a little bit more. I can't walk a whole lot. I mean, I can't mow the yard. I mean, that was within the first year of getting this. That was pretty much taken away from me. I tried, I pushed, and all that did was make it go through my body even faster. And so anyway, I try to do more to where, um, how could you say, I would concentrate, and I was working towards where every single day. Sometimes I would take off like on a Sunday, um, to where I could absolutely feel good about doing nothing, to where trying to accomplish anything. But every day I tried to accomplish something positive, like like I used, I used to be real bad because I was pretty much the only one that used the bathroom over at my mom's house, the guest bathroom, and I didn't have a whole lot of people that would come by. A few people. Sometimes I wish if she was here, she probably smacked the shit out of me. But I wish she was here. But I wish Jackie was here. She is so cool. But she used to come by and she would walk my dog for me, and you know, and I pity her. She'd go to that bathroom. It'd be fucking dirty. I'm not talking like unsanitary so much. Yeah, well, yes, it was. I guess. The sink's dirty. I'm like, I gotta wash my hands in there. Fuck it. I'm taking a shower. I'm fucking the tub was. I would take a bath in that son of a bitch. So I tried to clean the bathroom. Small improvements. Yeah, just something a little bit every day. As long as I felt like I was accomplished, and I was actually for a long time. And I couldn't move mountains. I couldn't go out and work and buy my son a car. Now that hurt. Um, the things that I couldn't do for my son, but I, always tried to be nice and everything. And sometimes that's not enough. Uh, but he's in the Air Force and he's been over in England, I guess. I'm not sure. I think he's still over in England. Um, they put him on radar when he went in. He was supposed to do something else, and for security reasons, and I part of this house I thought may have been traced back to the federal government investigate, for his security clearance and stuff. I had all kinds of theories about who was fucking with me at this house, and I'm still, like I said, I don't know everything. I found out that you know, I had things like I was a neighbor down the street that said something that was untrue, but he like people used to think, there was a couple of neighbors that basically they were the gossip mongers. And I didn't realize it. I stayed with my mom since '06. First was the economy took a shit, and it's like, well, I'm broke, and working for shit wages. And then it was like I got crippled, fucking, what am I gonna do, man? I can't. That's the whole thing about even now, living in the woods. I can't even walk through the woods. I can barely lift my legs up. Vines, if I get in vines, I am fucked. And I mean, like, ground vines. And they have them here. Getting tangled in, I'm not going through them. I'm done. And well, great. Guess what? Somebody's going to do something. Hey, get me all pissed off. Like, I'll get you. Boom. No, I can't do that. I can't even walk through the woods anymore. I mean, I used to be able to, I went all kinds of places. I could run through the palmettos. Um, can't, can't do that anymore. Well, like right now, if I wanted to walk down the street in the corner, there ain't no fucking way. Not a chance in hell. And so anyway, I lost the thread of where I fucking was. God damn, I want to try to see if anybody let's see what it say. Say something that says what do I do here. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Um, learn more. Oh, it says learn more. Huh. Hey man, that sounds like Bella Thorne. By the time I'm 23, I'll probably be the king. She's funny. Hey, oh shit. What did I do? I don't know what's going on here. It says streaming tips. Live stream on YouTube. How do we go back? Can we go back? I hope. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Holy shit. Was this helpful? No. Please go back. How do I go back? I got my glasses. I want a cigarette too. And where's my coffee? Man, my coffee's cold. Here I am talking, man. I always talk too much. God damn it. And I cuss too much. Sorry about both of them. Trying to go back. Trying to go back. Describe your issue. No. Was this helpful? No. Send feedback to YouTube. Let me get my glasses. Somewhere, I know. I feel really stupid now. What's this, man? I got, was that a hidden pocket? Yeah, dumbass. I'm panicking, man. Oh, shit. See? Okay, here we go. I got my glasses. Okay, now I'm ready. Describe your issue. Can we go back? How do I go back? Oh, can I do that? Go back. Please go back. I didn't go back. Live stream introduction, live stream. I don't know. I don't know if I'm send feedback. It's in English, yes, no. I'm scared if I punch the wrong button, I'll have to do this all again. Please don't make me do this all again. I had a bitch of a time. I don't even know what time it is right now. I'm so freaking out. Um, blah 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 blah. Describe duration. No, there's no back thingy here. Is this a back thingy? Show me back. Back to the future. Yeah. Huh. No, send safe and live streams. Oh, yeah, it's safe. Is this helpful? No. Go with Thorn. But she would know what to do. Anybody over the age of 10 could, or fucking probably over the age of 5 could out navigate me on one of these things. How do we go back here? I know you got to push the right buttons, man, but I get scared, man. I do. Next thing you know, I'm in. Oh, wait a minute, live stream you too. Hey, here we go. This challenge again. Oh, okay. Streaming to. Oh, here. Oh, I see. Oh, shit. Okay. I did something right. Or maybe I didn't. Okay. Okay. Well, anyway, well, Beth is my tech advisor. Oh, she went gallivanting off to the bike week and stuff. She had some cool T-shirts and stuff. She couldn't haul a whole lot, on the bike, but she had a picture of her. I do have. I'll show you a picture of her soon. I can find it. It says it's our old ancient Randy and Beth's birthday basher marathon. I guess Wish she was here. Wish we had some booze and maybe a big fat joint. You know how long it's been since I smoked a doober? It's been quite. I haven't smoked a joint in so long. Man, I used to get high all the time. Not like wake and bake. I mean, like I'm more of a one hitter kind of guy. Like a one hit. I used to have this one simple green acrylic cylindrical bong, and I had it for a few years. But let me think. I had it. Yep. I had to do a little bit of time, and it was only 16 months, I think. 16 months, and I had it before I went, and when I came back, I still had it, and it was something simple. It had a plastic thing on the end you could take off, and you could clean it out, and it didn't have to be pristine. And I never put water in it. I don't care for water. I either dry or crushed ice. And I didn't have an ice crusher. Yeah, I did. Yes, I did. It was called a hammer. And I get a rag, i.e., a clean, like a, whatever, hand towel or something, and I could wrap a bunch of ice up in it and crush it. The ice, but going through the water, I didn't care for that crap. I was either dry or with ice, and had it for years, and my preferred way of getting high. Sometimes, well, not taking it out on the road or anything, but at the house, it's what I like. And usually, I tried to get good weed. I wanted to get high. I didn't have to get blown away. A couple of tokes, I'm feeling right. And I like that Mon. It's the only one I ever had that I liked that I kept for a while. Son of a bitch. I let somebody, oh, hey man, can we clean your bong out for you? I'm like, why? They were like, oh, we want the resin. All right. And it was destroyed and on purpose. Hmm, I don't do that kind of shit. If I'm going to fuck you, I'm going to fuck you up front. If I don't like you, I'm going to let you know. You're going to know I don't like you. If I'm pissed, you're going to know I'm pissed. I'm not a backstabbing kind of guy. These people that are fucking with me, they're like that. Yes, they are. I wish they wouldn't be. I wish they'd either go away or something. Because every time I try to talk to them, they laugh at me, make fun of me. They talk shit about me. They say all kinds of shit. And then they get mad at me when I try to stand up for myself. Me trying to stand up for myself, trying to defend myself. When if any one of these cocksuckers would have known me before I was disabled like this, they wouldn't have been fucking with me. Or they would have fucked with me and they'd be fucked up. Because I don't take this kind of shit. when Jackie got back from the joint, she had to do a little time. When she got back, she came over and she was like, "What are these people doing?" I said, "Mom, I'm selling online." She said, she couldn't believe I let them do that. She couldn't believe that they were actually doing this to me, and I couldn't either. I was like, "Well, I don't know what to do, Jackie." I said, "I don't have a lot of help here," and actually, she just her being there, I think, helped me. But it turned out to be a little bit different too. But I do like Jackie. I've always liked her. She's a good girl. Well, she's hotter than hell, and she's a lobster girl. And there's no bad connotation in that at all. That's all good connotations. When I was a kid, we used to go to Red Lobster, and the lobster girls, man, Hooters, all right, lobster girls are special. So anyway, that's not Jackie. Jackie's a lot more complex than that. But she is a lobster girl. Oh, there is no bad connotations in what I'm saying at all. No bad names, no nothing. It's all positive. Man, it's 3:44. Now I got to get a hold of. Yeah, hey, I don't know how or why, but Walmart seems to think that I, they've got like some kind of $1,000 fuck. I supposedly won something. I don't trust this shit. I've never won anything in my life. $1,000. They're going to send it to me, or they're going to find out where I live. And guess what? Then I'm going to have a bill for $1,000. Oh hell no! I'm not playing that game. Send somebody to my house and give it to me, and I'll believe you. I ain't, I ain't gonna call up and, oh, you gotta do this and do that. Fuck you. I ain't doing shit. I ain't rich. Oh, it'd be different if I was working. If I was working, things would be different. I've got so much money, and it's kind of tough. It ain't kind of tough. It's tougher than hell. I gotta find a way to make money legally. I have to. That's why I have to get better. I always thought, and no, it used to be even if I was out of work, I could do something. I used to be able to, I was a mechanic. I wasn't a play mechanic. I grew up as a fucking mechanic. I could take lawnmowers apart. I could rebuild them. I get a lawnmower. I would always have two or three lawnmowers at the house, so I could sell them for $30 a piece. That will start the first or second pull. I guarantee it every motherfucking time because I get them run that way. And okay, so I may not be rich. I used to sharpen lawnmower blades. Sometimes, in the summertime, I make a little bit of money, not getting rich or anything, but it's something I could do, without standing up. I could do my blades sitting down. Um, I used to do cabinet repair. I'm not talking major, but there are things where somebody needs something that I can always do material, whatever. I can estimate. I used to be able to estimate real good, and I would never fuck anybody ever. And I never did. I never had to. Why try to fuck people? That's not right. And but now I can't even carry the tools to go walk into a house to do something, or moving material, go walking around goddamn Home Depot. Those days are gone for right now until I get better. And I get frustrated when people either say I'm lazy or I'm bitching. So fuck me. I'm not one fucker's ever offered to fucking help me. Fuck them. That's why. And I'm 57. Fuck everybody. I don't fucking care. These fucking two-faced assholes. I'm better than you. Even when I was better than them, I didn't act like that. I'm still better than them. All right. So anyway, I gotta cut. I'm gonna try to get a hold of Beth. She's my best friend. Uh, uh, so no live ever lasted. Who? What? Where did that come from? Who was that? Damn it! I don't even know who that was. Who the fuck was that? Damn it, Okie. What the son of a bitch? Where was that? Insurance. They're saying, oh, that's so. Oh, fuck me. Okay. Jackie, happy birthday. Uh, what? Oh, that was Jackie? Wait a minute. That's a happy birthday. Where's, how the hell? Oh, wait a minute now. What am I looking at here? What the hell is this? Alright, I've never seen Gone Live before. I've never gone live before online. Um, huh. Somewhere I saw a weird message. I don't know what the hell it was. I don't even know what. There's one person out there fucking watching. Who? Some fucking crippled guy in a house somewhere that's got a walker that gets around better than me. I want something to eat too. I'm hungry. Wish Beth was here. I really do, man. Let's see. Beth. Oh shit. No, she's. Wait a minute. I'm gonna text her. um. Hmm. Oh, I'll send her a picture. I'll send her a picture. How about that? I'll send her a picture. Why can't? Oh, shit. Now fuck up so easy, man. Oh, where's the camera? She'll send me a picture. All right. I will. Hold on. Hold on. I want to get her a toll. Let me see. Oh man, come on. Oh, I'm the tape fell now. Crap. Here's Johnny. Get the reference of The Shining. Uh, what the? Oh man. Oh, good. I thought that was my coffee. Sorry. It's second cuss, God damn it. Let's see what we got here. Here we are. Oh, I was hoping. Let's see right here, maybe. Okay, that's a pretty good knife. There we go. Now I need to get a good picture of that. Let's see if I can get a good picture. Oh, let's do it that way then. Oh, I got to flip the camera. First, we'll get a picture of that. Come on, how do you flip that camera? Oh, come on, I'm kind of dizzy, man. It's got to be the drugs. I wish I had some. It's got a big fat joint. She got it. All right, here we go. Yeah. Now, can I get a picture of that? Come on, let's get a lot more light on the subject. Oh, wait, I got my remote control here. Hey, I'm so happy I could. Let's see. Yeah, I got a flashlight somewhere, don't I? Yeah, let's get a flashlight on that too. Yay. Oh, is that? I did pretty good. Hold on. God damn, I'm fucking wobbly. It's gotta be the drugs. They're hitting me with the drugs, you know. Whatever's in that fucking air is, I've never liked anything. When I used to work, I had a boss one time. I'd hurt my hip, and really bad. He goes, here, try one of these. I said, all right. And I had to get up and walk a tie beam to check on a job we were going to, me and the crew, it affected my balance. And I told him, I said, you know what? I don't care how bad I hurt. I said, you cannot affect my balance like that. And I said, don't ever give me something like that again. I don't even know what it was he gave me. Just told him never do it again. Okay, now this is it's our bachelor marathon, and we'll send that to her. Let's see how I do that. Okay. Yeah. Come on, Sam. Come on. Send it. I don't know how to do that. Oh, crap. Okay, here we go. It's working. It's working. There we go. Yeah, and we'll send it to that. She can get a picture of me some other time. I'm not. She's seen me. I'll need to be in there. Okay. What's that to her? Um, well, the fuck he's not about anything. That's just joking around, really. Yeah. Hey, ooh, that's my flashlight. Let's see what we got here. Who the hell is that? Uh, Josh Sheridan. Who? I don't know anybody named Josh. You know anybody named Josh? Wanted to. I need my glasses. Um, well, it's not just that I'm old. It's I'm tired too, and the drugs are probably affecting me a little bit. And let's make this one. Oh man. My remote control. I reach over and turn on a light switch and stuff. You know, it's kind of neat. And I think cavemen might have invented that. Oh crap! Well, watch this. I got another remote too. It's my lightweight remote. See? All right. That stick right there. I've had that over. Well, let's think. 1990. Ding 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 ding. Maybe 1999. 1999, I think I got that. So I've had that over 20 years old, but it was a lot longer, and I never used it. And it sure got shortened down. Got shortened down here. Oh, we'll take a tour. I'll show you my room. I don't sleep in that room. I will not sleep in that room. I don't think I'll ever sleep in that goddamn room again if I can help it. That's just the way it is. And let's see. Ooh, what's I don't want to do that. Who's this? Wanted to. Oh, wait a minute. Ooh, I don't know who the hell this is. If anybody's out there, you can call. I don't know how to do this. It says live chat. Well, I said learn more. When I went to learn more, I got scared though. So, oh, anybody's out there, you can come over. I need. I was hoping I'd get a guest on the show so I could go to the bathroom. Maybe go take a toke or something. Shit, man. I'll put music on. Okay, we'll put music on, and maybe I'll. I don't know. I'll let you watch TV or something. I need to show you the filing cabinet anyway. The filing cabinet came out real good. I know I'm old. I talk too much, but what the hell? I ain't getting nobody to talk to. All them years sitting in them woods. I did get kind of lonely. I didn't talk much. Text me. One or two girl threesome. Really? Huh. Wow. I have never, never done anything like that. I've done some whatever, but my monitor. I don't know who that, but I don't know how. It says I don't know how to do this. I mean, I really don't. I've never lasted so long. Oh, that's I thought they were talking. All right, sorry. Something about your dick, I guess. Some kind of medicine. Okay, my pussy needs to go licking. Can you eat me out, baby? I can't really see the picture, but yeah, fine. I do. I do like doing that. I really do. Um, tell you the truth, pussy tastes like morphine. It generates the same feelings of good feelings as yes, morphine. Okay, hold on. It does. It does. It does. And ooh, wow. I don't need to be reading this on. What if they don't? Okay. Oh, they don't want to talk. Just want. Okay. Hmm. Well, yeah. Okay. I agree. I agree. I do talk too much. I probably talked my way out of sex a couple of times, not on purpose. Damn. Some of these can't be real. Well, let's see. If 1 out of 10 is, and wow. What? Ooh. Yeah. Hell yeah. No, I don't know how to see if I try to get in touch with one of these girls. All of a sudden, it's like I'm spinning off into a world of dating sites that I think I'm going to talk to him. Then I'm somewhere else, and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm lost, man. Now, if I navigated through the alternative realities of my dreams like I navigated this, I'd never be back. And the way I feel right now wouldn't hurt my feelings, and I would pity the fool that had to come and, you know what I mean? Okay, well, okay, that's a little more mature. Mature in thought, not in. I got a dirty mind too, you know. Aha. And then somebody keeps saying, check your damn inbox at Walmart. You know, they're saying, I got to jump through some hoops. I wouldn't jump through hoops, but when it came to sending money to join some stupid AARP, I'm older than dog shit anyway. I was like, no, you're not good. You. And so now they're on my ass. I tell you, you give me $1,000 gift card and I'll use some of that and I'll pay something else. I'm not gonna do that first. I ain't rich, man. And I sent you a video message. I don't know how to see it. Katie sent you three photos. I don't know, Katie. Oh, wait a minute. Hmm. Yeah, I know. I agree. And then there's a gold digger that wants me to get that $1,000 card so she can come over. Let's go party. And what would happen? I'd wind up buying her a couch or something. I don't know. You know. I mean, I don't mean anything bad. Couches are nice. I like couches. Age is just a number. If you can fuck, I want you. Wow. Huh. All right. I didn't say that. Wow. I don't know how to uh, do this stuff. I mean, I am serious. That's how come I got so many different ones. How do they know me? They don't know me. I'm divorced because I love cock. That's what this one girl said. Well, I mean, another one, my pussy. Wow. These people, I know some of these people can't be real. Like I said, if 1 out of 10 is, that's a bunch. Okay. We used to have theory, you know, back when we were, even in our 20s, you're in your 20s, you're hit or miss sometimes. You know, date a girl, whatever. So, we go out in the bars, it was the 80s, everybody's wearing tubs, Crockett and Tubbs, Miami Vice, and, God, and going out to the meat markets. I mean, we were we weren't into drugs so much as we were in drinking and dancing and going out and shit. But we did a little bit. But if you ask 20 girls, or no, not 20, if you ask 10 girls to dance, one of them's gonna eventually say yes. You might get the rejection. It happens to everybody. I wasn't exactly, you know, um, Mr. Good Bar, and when you're in a fucked up town like this where everybody knows you anyway, you know what I mean. So anyway, there was also girls that liked me, but there were times I'd go up and, like get the old sneer back, and I'm like, damn, man. And we had smart ass comments, you kind of tempered that with your good sense, and sometimes you'd say something smart ass. Everybody did, but we had a theory, 1 out of 10, one girl's gonna. You ask 10 girls, one's gonna dance. At least one will dance with you. Don't give up. Stay in there. Don't get disheartened after 3 girls say no and pull back. Because that happened to me. Um, when it happens to somebody, and when it's happened to you, and then it's happened to somebody else, you hang in there, man. But and I guess the same would apply for sex. We ask 10 girls, hey, you want to fuck? Straight up like that. Say, hey, you want to fuck? One of them will say yes. 1 out of 10. Now, things were different when I came back from Germany in 1983, and it was when AIDS was first. We were hearing about it over in Germany, and Germany was kind of weird. Europe was kind of weird in general. Germany, that's where I was with a million other guys in the army, the screaming hordes of armies supposed to stop the freaking commies or whatever. But you didn't want to contract any kind of disease. You were a little paranoid sometimes. I mean, seriously, but here in the states, it was kind of like there was all the hippies and all this shit. Yeah, it's the '60s, and then it was the '70s. And cocaine was coming in. So you're like, wow, I can't wait to get back home and have a Bisqueen party. What's a Bisqueen party? You ask. That's where, because of all the construction that's going on here in, especially Charlotte County at the time, or South Florida or whatever, there was a building boom going on, and I-75 was coming down the west side of the state. They had I-95 on the east side, so the East Coast was built up primarily along near the Atlantic Ocean. As far as buildup, like urban or suburban, urban, and uh, and the West Coast was still unpopulated. This was through the '70s. They used to rank the counties here in Florida. You could tell which county a car was from. They had numbers denoting the size and population, not the size in square miles, the size and population of the county taken at a certain Florida census. Um, Charlotte County was 53. Everybody's license plate, you got a Charlotte County tag, had a 53 on it. That was Charlotte County. You knew that. We had lived in Highlands County, which is cattle and orange groves primarily, and agriculture, mainly orange groves and cattle. And there was some other agriculture. It was the caladium capital of the world. Now a caladium is like a miniature elephant ear with all kinds of different colors, and they're pretty as hell. And yes, it is the caladium capital of the world. Like small elephant ears. They don't get real big, and they're pretty. They have all kinds of different colors. You know how people, whatever. So anyway, big thing over there. Back then, we were the whatever. I don't know what capital of the world Port Charlotte is, but I would be hard pressed to say it's not the asshole capital of the world. I'll even I'm one of them. But so anyway, Highlands County that was 27. It was ranked back in, I guess it was some 1960 something census survey of the population of Florida. It was ranked 27th in population in that survey. And this was a rural, it was a central Florida, southern central above Lake Okeechobee. The last of the chain of lakes basically is Lake Placid before Okeechobee, and that run down the center of the state. Beautiful, crystal clear water, sand bottom lakes. Um, really, really nice to live over there um, and swim in those lakes. And we moved to Port Charlotte, which had you either went to Inglewood to the stinking beach, which was forever to get to Inglewood. You're driving to England, it's a rough road. I mean, they're using shell for the pavement, and it's really loud the whole time. And there's nothing from Midway until you got to El Jabin. There was nothing, and Midway didn't even have a stoplight back then. Midway to El Jabin was nothing, um, and then El Jabin there wasn't much. And then from El Jabin to Inglewood till you got to Whiskey Corner, there was nothing. It was like, man, it was like desolation. Well, not desolation, it was like cow pastures and shit. Cow pastures and cow shit, basically. And now it's not. Now it's totally different. Roads are smooth. It's a whole different ballgame. But so here we move from an exotic, beautiful inland county with slight hills. There's still some hills over. South Okeechobee. There's no hills. We're over here in Charlotte County. We're flat, man. Boom. I've surveyed. I've been all over this county. I've built houses all over this county. There ain't a fucking hill here, man. It's all flat. Charlotte County's flat. Oh, well, there's a slight upgrade, maybe a foot in a mile or something like that. I can feel it on a bicycle if I ride a bicycle. I can feel it on a bicycle when I'm pedaling. Oh, we're going downhill. 1 foot in every 1,000 feet or whatever. Um, we um You go to Highlands County, you actually got some hills, you know. It's like you got Charlotte County if you go out towards Arcadia on Kings Highway. Oh, you go down Kings Highway there by the water plant. You got a little bit of dip there. It's kind of, I don't know what I'd do. If I was pedaling a bike, it'd probably be tough on me. So anyway, Charlotte County's flat. So here we come from this inland county, beautiful. We come over here to Charlotte County, and it's like, oh, there's canals. We go to the canal. It's all black and dirty and mud. We can't swim in there. Where do we go swim? Go to Port Charlotte Beach. It's not a real beach. It's water's black and mucky and dirt. You're like, whoa, man. You go to Inglewood Beach. It's like the water's, and they got red tide. There's dead fish and it stinks. It's like, man. You come back from Inglewood and the car's full of sand and shit. Man. Oh, we go to the pool. We go, Harbor Heights had the pool. You drive all the way out to Harbor Heights. You go swim in the pool and your eyes burn from the chlorine. You were swimming in some nice, pristine lake. So anyway, but we were ranked 53. Charlotte County was ranked 53 in population, and there's 67 counties in uh, Florida. I think at that time there might have been. I'm thinking there was more. I think there was something about Monroe County or something, Monroe and Broward or some shit down by the Everglades and stuff. There was something I can't remember. This goes back a ways, but anyway, so Charlotte County was ranked 53rd in population. Highlands County was ranked 27th in population, and now what happened? So I-75 when they put I-75 through in the early 80s. When I got out of the Army in 1983 and came here, you could drive, I think, to Fort Myers and south of Fort Myers. They were still working on it. Like you couldn't drive. There was one exit you couldn't go on as far as I-75 like it is now, and uh, and so it was all brand new to me. I used to drive to Tampa. My sister lived in Tampa. She went to college there, and when I was in high school, sometimes I'd drive up to Tampa, and it was all Highway 41, and it was all battling traffic. I mean, and I had a pickup truck, or I had a Honda 504 motorcycle in 1973, and or else I had my 1966 Dodge three on the tree truck with air conditioning. And that was one jamming truck, man. It had a good stereo and it had good speakers. It was a fun truck. And I drive that. I was used to driving on 41, stoplights, zigzagging in and out of lanes. And here's I-75 now. Wow, what a difference. And what it did was it opened up this side of the state, and the other side was already open, I-95. Well, people used to come down the center of the state, and they go, you go through Avon Park and Sebring, and they had all these beautiful lakes. There's Lake Jackson up in then Sebring you would drive by on Highway 27. And I remember they used to have the Jansen swimsuits, and they'd have a model of, they would have a big fiberglass model of a girl diving into a pool with a cap on and the swimsuit, and it was kind of cool. You had stuff like that in the center of the state, and when you went over towards like Daytona or the East Coast, you'd see the surf stuff, for the Atlantic Ocean, and the West Coast was like basically nothing, and that's why it was ranked. There was hardly anybody here in Charlotte County, and then when it opened up, that's when the building boom happened, and the West Coast just built and built and built incredibly. And I built a lot of those houses, or and personally built them. I wasn't Superman. See, no, it is crap. Now it makes me want to cut that, man. That Beth would be saying, "Don't touch her hair." Yeah, I know. But I'm not letting anybody else touch it either. Ha ha ha. I'm not wearing these damn glasses. So anyway, did I text her? Yeah, I did. Yeah. Um. So anyway, so here we were. We were in 53 out of 67 counties, and I think the ones lower than us were the ones lower than us were probably on the Big Bend area. That to me seems like the sparsest population. Or who knows? Who knows? Some of them counties up there, man, are still sparse, and and some of them don't even look like Florida. You go up there and it looks like Alabama or something. It's scary, you know. It's like this is Florida, man. Well, I've lived so far south for so long, and I hadn't even left the state of Florida in over 30 something years. I've been stuck way down here for 30 something freaking years. The last time I left, I went to New Jersey, and and I'll say this, you know, I'm from the South, you know, but it's not like I can be like this, you know, fuck you Yankees. I can be like that, you know, but I can also be like, fuck you dumbasses. You know, it doesn't matter, you know. I dislike everybody. I'm from Alabama. Guess what? It doesn't matter if you're from up north or down south or out west. If I tell somebody where I was born, so you know, they say where are you from? Well, I never lived in Alabama. I was born there. I mean, we stayed there a while, but I wasn't. I mean, I was a little baby, you know. I say that I'm from Alabama, like this girl. Now, my sister was born in Savannah. My brother was born in South Carolina. Mom's from Mississippi. Dad's from South Carolina. We're Southern, you know. But we don't wave. You know, I ain't waving the flag. I would have a rebel flag in the house. You know, I mean, I wouldn't be embarrassed by it. You know, I'm Southern. You know, be proud of where you're from. You know, I personally, when I go on a vacation, I don't want to go to New York. 'Cause I've been there. I want to go somewhere. To me, Chicago, man. I want to go to Chicago. To me, that's the city that I like to visit. If I ever get a chance to go somewhere, I want to go to Chicago. As far as for like just a city, you know, I'd like to go to Chicago. And there's a reason for that. But anyway, what the hell are we talking about? Would somebody please? I don't know how to do this. I don't want to end it yet, man. Screw this. I want to go get some coffee. I want to get something to eat. So we're gonna have to listen to some music. So I gotta get the speaker, and I want to come back. I'll put some music on, and then I'm gonna find something to eat. And I'll let you guys. His morning noise on. Watch this shit. I don't know how to do this stuff. Let's see. Oh. First, we'll go look at the file cabinet. I'm gonna use my vine. This is what I call binary lighter. We're gonna use the lighter to light the other lighter. See, this one won't hold the flame. This one's igniter's fucked up. Binary. Nobody's called me. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I think I'll post one over here. If anyone wants to call me, fucking call me. I don't give a damn. I don't care if you say fuck you. It's my goddamn birthday. Wish me happy motherfucking birthday. Bring me a joint. Bring me a beer. Bring me a sandwich. I got all these girls on this. Watch this shit. Watch this shit. Here we go. Yeah, all these girls. Oh, can't see it though. All these girls. They're like they're saying things that I wouldn't say in a supermarket. Well, not you know if kids were around. I mean, you know, and hey, I cuss like a son of a bitch. I do. I think I could give classes on it, coherent classes, you know, how to work profanity more into your everyday English with Randy Whaley. Class, fuck you, motherfuckers. I don't know, man. Like, what's his name? Gosh darn it, Sam Kinison. Oh man, me and my girlfriend. She was from California, and she was rocking in every sense of the world. And we were both into Sam Kinison. You know, he was great. He was at the top of his career. He got married, man. This chick, you know, he was happy for the first time. He was happily married. He was doing good, and he fucking died. Somebody that me and my girlfriend both admired and loved and liked to watch, and we were like, wow, we were proud that we could be, you know, kind of in the same mindset as Sam Kinison, and he died. You know, it's kind of messed up, you know. So anyway, so all these chicks, you know, things are different. You know, every generation is different. Uh, every 7 years, I think it's like something about the 7 year difference in age. Um, the guys, the music's changed just enough. The music, I noticed the guys. in certain times of the Vietnam War. Their music, I understand it too. I always did. They think some of our music's pussy music. We think the same, but some of theirs hippie shit. And it's the same thing. Every generation does that. And by generation, I'm talking seven. It's about 7 years. It seems like 7 years is a gap that you notice the information difference. I think it is, and that includes news, current events, cars, a lot of things, almost everything. It's about a 7 year, 7 years of general difference. Now, some things never change. Um, I'll say one thing that never changes: quality underwear. Quality underwear stays the same. You can go and you can find some underwear from the 1950s that's every bit as good as the stuff we have now. Remember that. I think what I'm going to work into, something I could do, is design a clothing line eventually. It's not going to be hoity-toity, as my son's mother would say. She could be that way. She could be hoity-toity, or she could be down to earth, and usually it's down to earth. But I got a clothing line, and there'll be certain signature things on it. It'll be the I don't know what you call it, the Randy Ridley collection, to where, yeah, you're gonna go out and go shoot some pool or go fishing or something. You wear the same fucking pair of pants. You ain't got to fucking be all pretentious. You don't wear your fucking. I used to. All right, I used to fish a lot. Oh, that's a whole nother story. Ow. Mm. And I'd be out fishing. Ah, and oh man. And I'd have my cane poles, and I had, usually if I went fishing, I would take, depending on what I was doing, I'd usually have two cane poles. Now, there's a reason I cane pole fish. They can't fuck with, they can fuck with you at any time. But they wouldn't mess with me with cane poles, and I didn't want to be having any trouble with the law. So I was cane pole fishing. I had fun. I had fun. I really did. And the thing about the cane poles, I'd make them myself. And sometimes I get a little drunk. I was riding my bicycle now, and usually I like to have I have one cane pole that was 10 feet long. That was my short cane pole, and then I had one that was 12 to 14 feet long. That was my long cane pole. They both had their uses. The longer one, I could catch bass on. What I would do is certain times of the year, I'd catch a bunch of shiners. And let me tell you something. I don't care if that shiner's this freaking big. I mean, huge. There's a bass out there that wants to eat him. There's a bass out there that will swallow him whole. And it's a big bass. Looking to get bigger. And these guys would come out there and they're on the other side of the dam. You can't hardly hear them because the water's rushing. This is rainy season. The water's rushing. It's churning up the water by the dam. There's a lot of oxygen in the water. So the top predators, like the big bass, and sometimes there are snook out there now. There wasn't for a long time, and what they did is they opened up all the dams at once to. They did it a few times out there. They did it to work on them, and this was in the last 10 years. And they did it when there was hurricanes or tropical storms approaching to drain the water down. Pre-hurricane stuff. This is Northport. This is Cocoa Plum, and it's called 9 Mile Canal. And I grew up shooting there. That's why I joined the Army as a rifleman. I learned to shoot on Cocoa Plum, shooting at coot ducks with a 22 fucking rifle, way down there. And that's why I learned. That's how I learned to shoot so good. And when I joined the Army, I shot competition. I shot 2 years. It was competition. It was the same competition. Shot for the cavalry team, and I shot 2 years in a row on that. And we went to USER for our division. We went Third Armored Division. We had to beat the division first. So the cavalry had never been in the USER competition. First, we had to beat the infantry. So we beat the infantry. That was easy. These guys, we our coach, our rifle coach, was He coached us both on the cavalry team the second year. The first, the cavalry team the second year, the major that coached us, he wore a patch that said the President's 100, and that was the 100 top shooters in the military. That whatever service you're in, the top 100 shooters, and that's what he was. Now he didn't just take us out of the range and shoot. We had classes to where if you shot, I mean, he's drawing the shell. We had classes, and okay, it comes out the bullet at a certain velocity. It's going to drop this far, and if the wind's blowing crosswind, where how far it's going to drift over at 300 meters, 200 meters, 100, all this crap, man. And we actually absorbed this information, and we actually took notes and had notebooks and stuff. And so we learned how to do this stuff, and we went to the range, and you take the 5.56 millimeter M16 cartridge, and you can, yeah, that's what you use the point of it to dial in your iron sights to shoot. And so we were hitting dead on. So we shot against the infantry, and we just destroyed them. And I've still got the article somewhere. It's laminated, I think. Yeah, I still got it because I remember after the fire somewhere out there. Lost a lot of things. But what we do, it said cavalry and whatever. But so we went to USER, the second year. So I shot three major competitions, and USER we came in fourth place, and we were against the airborne. There was MPs, which surprised me. I didn't know, most MPs got sidearms. They're carrying 38s or 45s. And our tankers carried 45s, and the tankers, being a tank, they had them shoulder holsters, and the MPs carried, the side draw. Well, the MPs always wanted shoulder holsters because they thought they were cool, and the tankers always wanted the sidemans to draw like a John Wayne. The tankers were crazy. They were also into the nunchucks. You'd be out in the field and there's a tank, and there's a guy standing on top of nunchucks, full combat gear. He's twirling his nunchucks. We weren't supposed to have stuff like that, but these guys would do it. Our guys, anyway. They were into the nunchuck scenes. Kind of cool, but not me, buddy. I carried an M16. That was my rifle. And I had the same one the whole time I was in Germany. It was very nice, very nice. I mean, what it means, it was nice. Every time I picked it up, I knew where that bullet was going to go because I had shot it so many times. And we came in fourth place, and that's pretty damn good, for the first year going up against everybody in USER. And if we would have got third place, we would have got flown home in a brand new Black Hawk helicopter, and we had never seen a Black Hawk helicopter up close. And at this damn competition, now we were used to having Hueys and Cobras, flying around, and whop, 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 whop. You can hear them forever. You can hear them damn Hueys forever, but we loved them. We didn't, the only bad thing was when you flew in them, they dumped you off. Well, you had to do some humping to get to the next pickup point, and you better be there. That's the only thing we didn't like about the Hueys. Well, and I'd say they were scary, but I was never really scared because it was kind of a fun ride because, boy, you just put your trust in them pilots and hope to hell they didn't hit the ground. And if they did, you were dead. Or you're gonna be fucked up. But you put your trust in the pilots. You hope that they were as good as they. I mean, this was some scary flying, but I didn't get scared. You're only flying for 10 minutes, and when you're going out, they're doing the crazy shit, and coming back in, they're a little crazy. But these guys are all Vietnam, so we trusted them. And so here we are, these Hueys, Cobras, whop, whop, whop everywhere, And so here we are, and we weren't going to get to fly home in the Black Hawks. We came in fourth place instead of third place, And I'm wondering if one or maybe even two of our guys might have thrown the fucking match. Now you may ask about that, but this is pretty big shit. So anyway, so here we are standing at the awards ceremony. We're all getting our consolation fourth place medals, which sucked. No, it didn't suck. It was an honor being there, to tell you the truth. and and it was nice, that they put us in the same hooch as the airborne, uh, cavalry and airborne. It's kind of nice. We didn't intermingle too much. Cavalry's kind of loudmouth, and airborne. Well, they jump out of airplanes. They don't, pretty insular. So you might say hi, but you're real respectful of them guys. They jump out of goddamn airplanes and helicopters. And they were all. I remember that's when they had the big Chinook incident over there. These guys, they had to jump a lot, to qualify airborne. You got to jump so many times a month, and they take them up and they Chinooks, and they jump out of Chinooks a lot of times. And they had a problem where there was rotor failure, and when a Chinook has rotor failure, this whole helicopter goes down. It killed a lot of guys, and I mean, horrible, and it scared the hell out of us because we flew too, and we flew mainly in Hueys, but it scared us because nobody knew at first what happened. They found out what it was. They figured it out finally. Everybody was scared, but these airborne guys, this was after that incident, and so we had respect for them. A lot of their buddies died over there, and so hmm, I throw my cigarettes in the yard. I don't give a fuck about this house. So anyway, we were hanging out with airborne, and some guy, somebody's always got to fuck. Now people would fuck with the cab all the time, but we didn't care. Cab was just fucking plain ignorant. We were ignorant. I guarantee we were stupid. And our officers were, we were, they were proud of us. We were proud of them. We all fought. We were just cavalry was pretty much. We had a saying in the cavalry, and it holds today. It was, if you ain't cab, you ain't shit. Well, once you say that to some infantry or whatever, rear echelon motherfucker, we call them rumps. You say that to anybody, you ain't cab, you ain't shit. Well, they all start saying, well, then you're shit because you're cab. And so that's kind of the thing. Everybody always talks shit about the cab. Well, we got treated like shit too. And that was like Marcy Darcy. Hey, Marcy. Oh, that's I can't remember her name. Uh, 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 almost got her name. I'll remember her name. But anyway, kind of skanky if you ask me. A TV guy, girl. So here we are and nobody fucked with airborne. The cow. Everybody fucking. We didn't care. We were ready. We were brawlers, kind of. But airborne. Somebody walked by and said something about airborne. They were assholes. I don't know who it was. Some infantry guy or something. Probably jealous. He probably got bounced out of jump school. I don't know. This is a long time ago. We were kids. Basically we all were. And he said something about fucking airborne, and all these motherfuckers. They didn't say a fucking word, man. They just all filed out and started walking, and these motherfuckers just took off, and they didn't say anything else. And I was like, we were like, get some airborne. We were impressed, because they didn't say a word, like sometimes our we had these. They were 3 but 4 story old Nazi barracks that we lived in. They were well built too, and they went through the whole war. Nobody even knew about this post where we were. It was a secret Nazi German post. They didn't even know about it. And there's been articles in the local paper about it, Budigen, Germany, where after the war they rolled in and Germans turned it over to the Americans. Never got bombed, never shot fired there or anything. I don't know what it was. For the Germans, it was. I imagine, they were probably getting a lot of pussy downtown. I bet that. Hey man, we're not getting bombed. I'm serious. And one of them rare places that wasn't getting the shit bombed out of it. And so our barracks were like right, and it was like a slight downhill, which made the air defense artillery, which we called them duck hunters. We marched by them, our whole troop would be marching past them. Right, and sergeant in charge calling cadence. These guys are pretty good. We love that shit. Fucking goddamn Army marched a lot. Fucking. All right, we're going to Chow. You didn't walk there. You fucking some fucking. You marched to goddamn Chow. God damn, man. We marched everywhere. But anyway, we were good at it though, because we did it so much. I mean, real good. I mean, it's just natural. And if there were a couple of you guys walking downtown and you started following the step, you'd punch somebody because you'd be so pissed off you fucking following the step. God damn it, get on a step. And you make a point of being on a step. But I forgot what I was gonna fucking say. God damn it, I talk too fucking much. Somebody else talk. Somebody call me. Oh, I'm gonna put my number on the wall. Fuck this shit. That's what I brought the paper for. Oh, let's go look at that goddamn filing cabinet. I'm gonna show you. There wasn't a scratch on it. I mean, I can't believe I did this. You don't know how many of these things. My mom used to buy this shit. Oh, could you come over to my house? I didn't used to live there. I used to have my own life. There was a time in my life when I was actually pretty good, pretty goddamn good. And it's been a while. It'd be nice to get back there. Not gonna do it with these assholes on my back, but I'll tell you what. I can sit here right now, and I can start naming names, and I can start telling you what's going on, and you guys are shit, dude. Now, if these assholes don't get the fuck off of mine and my mother's back, I could have been sitting here the whole time, and I could have been drawing diagrams, and I could have been detailing everything and everybody that I know who is involved, and I could be implicating everybody that I think that is involved, and I could make this whole fucking place look like dog shit. And I haven't been doing that. And I haven't been doing that not because I'm a pussy, not because I'm stupid. I haven't been doing that because they said, why don't I back off? Well, I haven't had a single one of them come up and talk to me. I haven't had one motherfucker offer to help me one bit ever. And I'm supposed to be the nice guy. I'm showing them that I can be the nice guy. I'm not cussing nearly as much. I used to go outside this door and I would yell at the top of my motherfucking lungs. All kinds of profanities at any time, any hour of the day or night. Not give a fuck. And if the shit doesn't stop fucking with me, I'm going to start fucking naming names and implicating motherfuckers. Because the motherfuckers about killed my mom already. And they didn't seem to like, the only thing they cared about was getting in trouble. It's like you catch a kid, and he's not embarrassed that he's been fucking with, beating up on the fucking, the cripple kid. No, he's not embarrassed about that. He's embarrassed that he got caught. That's kind of the way I feel. Now, I'm showing you that I can back off. I want to see some goodwill on your part. Now, if I don't, if I'm treated like shit, if you guys are still laughing at me and talking about behind my back and having your little fuck games, well, guess what? I will start implicating you motherfuckers, and you will learn. And I will be goddamned. You fuck with me and my mom, and I will fuck you. You can bet that. That's the bottom line. So, I'm just showing you that I can be nice. I don't have to be an asshole. Believe me, I can be an asshole. There's a lot of things I can be an asshole about. A lot of things that I'm not. There's a lot of things. I hold doors open for people. I am not racist. If I say something, it's because I'm ready to fight. It's because I'm sick of the bullshit. If I say something like that, I'm ready to fucking fight. And I ain't never been scared of shit. I'll walk into the hands of death. I've walked into 5 people ready to swing on them before, not scared one motherfucking bit. I've taken ass with them bad, but I fought going down. And I'm an old man now, and I feel that way. I'm crippled. I can't even run. I might last 20 seconds. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to give it my best shot. I tell you what I wouldn't do. I wouldn't jump in the water on a 12-foot alligator unless it had a friend of mine. If it had a friend of mine, I would. There's been times when I was ready to do that. When some dumbass was getting ready to jump in and he didn't say, I said, don't you dare jump in that water. And we were going, he was about to do it. And I thank God that he didn't. I didn't want to jump. But I think two people would scare that alligator. He might let go and go. That was my hope. Son of a bitch. Them gators will eat you. You are meat to them. But they also, I don't think they like being jumped on. That's the whole thing. Um, so anyway, I can back off and be all right. God damn it. I want to see some goodwill. Motherfucking. I really don't give a fuck about this house. I really don't like this. I hate this house. I can't sleep in that bedroom. I can't sleep anywhere. I gotta sleep sometimes. You know how much I've aged since I've been in this shithole house, motherfucker. I don't like cussing like this. I like cussing, but I don't like cussing like this. I'm gonna cuss for fun. I want to cuss because, hey, you stupid motherfucker. I want to cuss like that. I don't call people that very often, But boy, I mean, when I'm just so when everything I do is pain, when I'm pushed and prodded to pain, when I can't lay down, when every time I lay down, I'm harassed, when I'm fucking being sprayed with strange chemicals. I tried to collect some samples that I found, and I about OD'd from touching them. There was one I tasted to see what it was, 'cause, sometimes I was hoping it was something that I might be able to tell what it was. I almost fucking OD'd. I called a couple of friends of mine, and thank God one of them believed me. Some people think, oh, you're full of shit, you're crazy. Well, usually I found out those people are in on it or they know about it and they've been told to shut the fuck up. So, oh yeah, I'll start. I better see some goodwill. I better see some motherfucking goodwill. I'm the I'm the poorest motherfucker I know, and when I walk into a store, I don't fucking shoplift. And almost every one of these motherfuckers I know does. And some of these people that I bring over here, I see them. They look like they're gonna fucking. I don't know, but you guys, my trust level's down a little bit, but I'm still not trying to. I'm trying to not let these people influence me so much to where I'm an asshole to everybody. I just don't want people fucking being fuck boys to me. That's what pisses me off. Don't fucking. I'm not lazy. Yeah. That's one reason I had to get away from people for a while because everybody thought, oh, you're just lazy. You want to drink all day. Fuck you. No, I didn't, and no, I don't. You know, I'd much rather be working. It's much more fun to go out and shoot pool and drink fucking Jim Beam and Coke and Budweiser than it is to sit at home with a 4-pack of goddamn Bush and these cheap shit cigars that I've been smoking forever. Now I'm used to them. I don't even like cigarettes anymore. I can taste the chemicals in them. These motherfuckers suck and they're pure. They're pure suck cigars. I can deal with cigars. Here's my favorite guy. He's one of the few people that doesn't bother me. Thank you. At least I think he's one of the few people that doesn't bother me. Sometimes it's weird. I mean, this place can get weird. I'm weird in my own way, but I don't go out and try to fuck people. I don't try to go out and harass people, steal from them, fuck with them. I don't peep in Tom. I don't care what you do as long as you don't bother me. And that's where I guess, I don't know where they're from. I don't know why. I don't bother other people. If I'm out in the woods, when I used to go riding out there on my bicycle, only riding out there in the middle of the night. I got used to it. I'd wake up around midnight. I go out there 2, 3 in the morning. There's no cars out there. It's nice. I can ride with my lights off. If I see somebody, I can either disappear or I can turn my lights on. I I used to want to sing karaoke. I'm like, well, I can't do much. And um, it'd be nice to go out sometimes and sing karaoke. I don't have the teeth for it anymore. I can't sing. I sound like Sylvester Cat. It's I couldn't go out to a bar and do that shit. I mean, I know the words and I know how to do it, but so I go out in the woods out there where there's nobody around at 2, 3 in the morning, and I'm singing karaoke. I can sing at the top of my lungs. And some things I can sing, and anything with an S, of course, I can't. But I'm not bothering anybody. If I was to do that, you can't do it at the house, especially singing loud. Some of them Offspring songs, I want to sing loud. You stupid, dumb shit, goddamn, you know what I mean? And even that comes out with the fucked up S's. And I can go out there and I can, listen to music, have fun, drink a couple of beers, and then I go back home and it's usually cool. That's usually when it cools down, it's coolest. In the summertime, that means a lot. And I can ride around out there and come back home and feel good and go back to sleep for a few hours and feel better when I wake up. And I don't know what they told. I know one thing. I'm sure they told him I was dealing drugs out there or some shit. I've never done that, and I'm sure they were saying there's some of that. But I've only seen it during the day. I've only seen it during the day, and I don't go in certain areas. There's only one area. I only go in the areas where I was familiar with, because I know where every clump of grass, and every pothole is. So I'm riding down the road, and I got my lights off. And if there's any kind of light at all, there are some nights that are dark, and I know I can navigate through that area and confidently. And I can't do that anymore. That whole it was like I was going out there and you know I'm like, why is there people out here now? There didn't used to be people. I mean, I don't care what time of night. I'm like, what the fuck? It didn't used to be like this. And no matter where I went, there was people like real nearby, and they were fucking check. Somebody told them I was up to stuff out there, and so I can't go anywhere out there anymore without. It's fucked up, man. I never did anything out there. I used to go out there. I had one street I called my astronomy street, and there was some tall grass. It's kind of beaten down now, but for about 10 years, this one patch where it had some tall grass, and I would get people used to dump out that way, and I'd get like one of those plastic lawn chairs, because they stand up to the rain and everything. For a couple of years, they will, and I'd throw it in the grass, and nobody would ever bother it, and I could go out there. I'd watch meteor showers. Um, Sometimes I would take my binoculars, like the moons of Jupiter, through binoculars. You can see them. Sometimes you can see their shadow on Jupiter. You can sometimes see that. It's pretty interesting stuff. And even looking at certain, if you look at the Pleiades through binoculars, it's real interesting. Or the Hyades, which is part of Taurus or whatever. I call it part of Taurus, the Hyades. And you look at it through binoculars, and you can see all these, or Orion. You can kind of make out the nebula in Orion. Um, and if you're into astronomy, I was always into astronomy, and it's pretty cool shit. You see even with binoculars. You go out in the hall, a whole bunch of stuff. And I go out there and have a music turned down low, and I could get pine cones and some branches that have fallen down and pine needles. I could build a small fire, and warm my hands up. You can't do that anymore. I knew it was going to come to an end, but usually it comes to an end when a house or two houses is built in an area. And that's just normal. They don't want people out there um, doing anything, basically. Can't blame them. Hey, there's a guy over here got a fire going at 2 in the morning on the side of the street or in the street. I used to build them in the street sometimes, small fires. I mean, all those roads. Okay. But anymore, you can't do it. even on the side of the road, and they used to be out anymore. If a car came out, even if it was nobody would mess with me. Hey man, they wouldn't even bother me. I never ever. I've had one or two times when I was out there where they came down the road, and I'm sure they're out there partying or whatever. They saw me with my bicycle parked next to me and sitting in my chair, drinking a beer, listening to music. They didn't bother me, and that's the way it was for the longest time. And then all of a sudden, it just done. I can't even go. I got nowhere to go anymore. That was my area where I could just go hang out, feel that I was, I wasn't doing anything wrong. Nothing. And it all changed overnight, all at once. The people involved, everything. Yeah. And I'm aging a lot faster since I've been in this house. And the gas, which right now I'm seeing is flowing freely. That's why the door's open. It's cold outside. It's probably in the 50s. It's probably in the 50s outside. I got the heater going in front of me. Mom's in her room, of course. These motherfuckers. If my mom goes to the goddamn hospital again, these motherfuckers are going to find out. I'm going fucking live, and I'm fucking writing it all down. I'll mail some off to certain people, and I'll go live, and I'll start naming everything. I'll have detailed diagrams, dates, times, places, people involved. I'm showing goodwill on my part. I want to see some goodwill on other people's part. I want to talk to people. I want you off my motherfucking ass. That's why I can't rate this for kids. I cuss too much. See, I shouldn't be cussing like this. I should be showing you my tool collection. Hey, I cleaned my toolbox. I think I might do that the next time. I think the next time. I was hoping I'd have some guests come on. Guess what? Everybody shuns this. Ooh, this is all me. But like I saved the toolbox when I used to be an aircraft mechanic. I bought I had a Craftsman bottom box, but it was a nice one with the nice drawers and stuff. And I went and I bought a Snap-on top box with, you know, and I was so proud that the Snap-on box cost. I bought it from a friend of mine that I was working with. Um, I paid him $300 used for this Snap-on box, and I've had it for yeah, I've had it for 30 years now. And when I quit working on airplanes, and I knew I wasn't going back for a while, I was working on helicopters. I was working on the Hueys out there for um, Southwest Helicopters, and I was under a lot of stress. And helicopters are a lot of work goes into them. They're checked and double checked, and helicopters have to be more perfect than airplanes to an extent because there's so many moving parts. Everything that makes a helicopter fly basically moves, and it better be right. Every single piece, totally right. And I'm working on these helicopters, and we were stripping and working on, it. And I was just I don't think even if I was working on airplanes, I probably would have done it. I went and I told the boss, hey man, I'm really, really, really stressing out. I said I'm going to go back into construction for a while, and I just I don't want to endanger anybody or anything through my messing up by not being able to concentrate on my work. And the boss, well, he thanked me for it, but I had to do it. I had to get away to where I could get my mind right. And I don't know if I ever got my mind right. He 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 told me, he goes, well, if you feel like coming back, you're welcome to come back, and we'll consider you. And I said thank you. And then I saw him months or a year later, and looks like a roach. I'm going to kill it. I saw him like months or a year later, year or two later, in a restaurant or something. He was a good guy. His name was Jamie, and it was pretty interesting working there. I didn't work there a whole long time, but I worked, and it was nice. And most guys back then that worked on, especially the Hueys and stuff, were old Vietnam guys. They were interesting, and they had interesting stories. And one thing I found out about pretty much all the helicopter guys that I was ever around, because even in Arcadia they had helicopter guys out there for the spraying of agriculture and mosquitoes. And those guys, I'm ex-army, and when I first met the guys, I met the guys in Arcadia before I met Jamie and his crew. And they had some Air Force guys. The Air Force used Hueys too and everything. And even the guys that were, working on jets or whatever, they like working on them helicopters, turbine engines and stuff like that. But all them guys, they seemed to love Vietnam. They had a fondness for it, every one of them. They didn't hate the place. They had good memories. Of course, they had their bad. It was kind of the same with Germany. Every time there's that video. It was popular. MTV was just gearing up back then when I was over there, and the Germans and Europeans. They always were into that video stuff, and the kind of avant-garde type of stuff. And it was Nina. Um, why don't I show you my damn, uh, this is a filing cabinet. Got to stand up for my bones, take them out to reorient. So it's not the body. Let me see if I can get this right. I'm not very good with this. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, let's get down to like this level. It's hard to see. Hold on, that flashlight. No, flashlight. How about this? Is a dark cabinet. Yes, a mahogany finish. Um, mom really freaks me out sometimes. I freak out. I'm I grew up working, washing dishes and stuff. So when I see, I'm gonna try to see now. It's mahogany finish. I wish I had a better light or something, but it's got the lock and the brass that came with it, and everything's. Let me get a little closer here. But everything came out good. I wasn't impressed. I was impressed that it's the first time I've done one of these things in years, and I was really scared to do it. I put it off. I put it off for weeks and weeks and weeks, and finally, when I finally started doing it, I made up my mind I was going to do it. And I was going to do the best job I could, and I had been already. I'd been going psycho and throwing shit and yelling and screaming and cussing and acting like a total retard. Thank you. And I've damaged the ceilings, the walls. I don't want to do it now. This is my birthday. Hey, say happy birthday, motherfuckers. So anyway, bring me a beer, bring me a joint, bring me something. I want to get high. I want to do something. It's my fucking birthday. So anyway, I made my mind up that for my mom, I was gonna try to build this without fucking it up, because God, I fuck so much shit up by accident, mostly by accident. I can still fuck shit up on purpose, but I just fucking shit up by accident. And it just kills me, that I don't have the how would you call it, we used to run I've run obstacle courses for competition, where you're running up, you're not touching you're running up basically like running on trusses almost, and you're fucking running. You don't care because your balance is so good. My balance is still, well, this shit they're putting in the air is fucking me up. but my balance is still very good, very fucking good. I've always been proud of that, and it's been real good, always. And so if my balance is fucked up ever, it's not my fault. It's through the faults of others. Okay, we're trying not to get the TV there so we can see a little better, but it came out so nice. And I didn't scratch it or anything, you know. They're using that MD, whatever it's called, and the drawers they open as high as, oh, here, let's see if we can get a look in here. Oh, I'm not used to this crap. And I'm look, almost not, see that? Almost not that damn TV over. Ugh. But if you, I don't know if I can, but it came out, pretty good. And the see is supposed to have the hanging files. It even has a thing in the bottom that says you're not supposed to put much weight. You know, you can put some in there, but you can't. It's not like the whole books or gold bars or anything, you know, or something like that. But it came out pretty good. The top did. I didn't scratch it. I didn't get mad and break anything. And I had to put the drawers together. They were very well. Ah, you know, I bought them before where it was kind of what I would call medium quality. I wouldn't call it low quality. You know, you gotta have a when they do these things like this, you know, they gotta kind of have it. I don't know if it'd be pre-drilled, whatever. You know, it's got to go together fairly good for the average person. And I don't consider myself average. I think I'm above average as far as this type of stuff because I was a cabinet maker and I was a woodworker before I was even a carpenter. And then I was a carpenter for a long time. And I always studied wood. Like when I went during my unfortunate visitations with the state of Florida, I would undertake it on my own because every time it seems when I had to do something like that, there were no programs to educate. And I wasn't there to be educated or rehabilitated. I was there to be punished. And that was made clear to me. And so, you know, I would undertake, you know, because I'm just getting kind of older and not old like I am now. Now I'm older than dog shit. I tell you what, somebody can guess how old I am. Let's see. What would I do for somebody to guess how old I am? Now, I'm not talking Kelly or Jackie. Well, no. Maybe okay. I don't give a fuck who it is. If somebody guesses how fucking old I am and can tell me either on person or on air, come up and say, hey, you old son of a bitch, uh, you tell me how old I am, and if you're right, hmm, it'd be worth, let's just guess $20, I think. Beer, I don't know about marijuana. I want to smoke some. God, you know, and here all the people that I used to know that were the marijuana dealers that were, you know, marijuana guys, they bitch all the time. They act like, oh, well, you know, but you know, they'll send they. I've seen guys, you know, it's like it's almost legal now. The cops don't really, you know, I'm sure you'll get busted. You know, if a cop's going to be a dick, you know, he's going to be a dick. And sometimes sometimes I guess the drugs, and they can't, you know, and usually there's three or four cops there, and so they've got to follow the letter of the law. And I've seen guys go to prison, and for years for marijuana, and you know, when hey, the stuff's almost legal, but they've got to do their time. And the state of Florida's a motherfucker like that. And I've seen this stuff. But you know, the marijuana, oh, people can get a prescription, this and that, or, you know, all kinds of crap, you know. So to me, marijuana has always been one of the things that's like, I like it, but I don't want to bitch about it, you know. Just make sure I get some good weed. Right now, any kind of weed would probably get me high. Why am I not looking at? Am I looking at the camera now? I gotta look at the dot. Oh, that's what I gotta look at. I'm not looking at it right. Anyway, so my coffee's cold now. I'm gonna go heat it up. Oh, hey, what do you say we go in the kitchen? Take a tour of the kitchen. Oh man, I'm not gonna show you my bedroom. The only thing I use that bedroom for is going in to get dressed after I take a shower or something. Well here Let's sit here and you get put a green light bulb in that lamp. That's why the light looks funny in here, I guess. But you can see the various holes in the ceiling. You might even see who knows? There might be ghosts walking around. Talking about all kind of weird shit in this house. It wouldn't surprise me if there were ghosts. It wouldn't surprise me if there were goats in this house. But I love ghosts. I used to piss outside all the time. money. Yeah, tell people that. Everybody knows I'm crazy. Everybody. Everybody thinks I'm crazy. I'm sick of walking around here and not being able to go down. Every time I fucking want to lay down, I got to fucking sit there and go. You know, you see me. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm fucking sick of it. My mom is fucking crazy. She does. I don't know if talking to these guys does any good, you know. I've tried. Ugh. I got a hernia, man. I got my whole front. I want to lift up a cast iron sink for this lady, you know. Um, I didn't realize how heavy, and I've been, you know, out of shape for a while, and I was trying to do my best for her. I was lifting that motherfucker up, and I felt the whole front right across my stomach here. It ripped like a piece of fabric inside. I could feel it. That's what a hernia is. The inside layer of, like his mucus membrane. I could feel it fucking rip, as in tear like a piece of paper almost. And I could feel it tear open. I about cried because I didn't know what to do. And I think she knew what happened. You know, I think she knew what happened. And I didn't know what to do. I didn't go to a doctor. I said, well, I'll be real careful, you know. And about maybe 6, 7 months later, I forget what it was I was doing. A bucket, a 5-gallon bucket or something I went to pick up. And the same thing happened again. And I was like, oh my fucking God. Me. I used to be on the jobs like Tim Toll's houses, especially in, you know, in Punta Gorda Isles and shit. They've got all the micro-lambs going across the beams in the back, so the trusses on and shit. And I'd be sitting there and I said, well, I'm going to get them all set up. I'll get them up there. I might need a hand getting them up there. Oh, we'll get the crane to put it on. I say, no, I want to get them up there so I can get it laid out right. So when the crane comes, we can set the trusses all the way through and go home instead of doing all that shit while you're up in the air, you know. And, you know, the trusses flying and the crane sitting out there and he's, you know, waiting on you. I like to do a smooth truss set back then. So here I'd pick up all these micro lambs myself, and I'd be toting them around and laying them out and cutting them. I'd get a hand putting them up on the beams and stuff, and so they'd be all laid out. And I took the motherfuckers by myself because most of the time guys wouldn't want to help me, you know. So I'd get the damn thing. I'd pick them some bitches up, and here I was. I couldn't even lift a 5-gallon bucket anymore. You know, people think I'm a pussy, and they call me a pussy. Fuck. All my life I've been able to work like a dog. I worked on a crew. It was 75 people. I was the only American on the crew. They were all Mexicans. And I had one of the Mexicans come up because when I hauled my wood, because we were doing a big project. It was the rebuilding of the projects over off Cooper Street, and it was all framed. And I'd have to walk and carry a bunch of 14-foot 2x4s, 12-footers, and I wouldn't grab 2 at a time because it was a long ways to walk. I'd grab as many as I could carry, 6 usually. 6 concrete, get them on my shoulders, walk through the mud, walk through the crap, and take them over to my sawhorses to where I could set them up. And I had one Mexican guy one day say, you work hard for an American. I said, fuck you. So I'll work anybody. I said, I don't care if you're black, white, Mexican, German. I said, I don't care. I can't do that anymore. And people call me a fucking pussy. Motherfuck 'em. You could see coffee, water. Um, with Beth's here, she's help. One for her. Oh, I'll probably wouldn't be here. I sure miss her. Uh, she's about the only person I can kind of hang out and talk to, and her mind's there. And, she's smarter than she thinks, and she's better than she thinks. She really is. She's very good. And I'm just worried about her. This bike week, you know. You know. Um, I'm reading this crap on my phone. Nobody's texting me or anything. I was hoping somebody might come by. I don't know. I guess not, huh? Yeah. I need to put my glasses on, I guess. I'm kind of tired, you know. I don't want to go to bed yet. I think I don't like that alcohol. I was gonna. Oh man, this is why. Like the filing cabinet. I really, you know, I was really adamant about trying to do a good job on it because oh shit, fuck, so much that I try to do. Who the hell is this? Oh, what we're watching. Kids swinging through the living room on a, oh, it's Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Melissa Joan Hart. Oh, what a babe. This must be like the, can't be the pilot or anything, can it? No, no, this can't be. This, talking about that chick, classy, beautiful. I'm embarrassed that, kind of, not really, no, I'm not embarrassed. Fuck that. She was that smoking. Or even me, old, I was in my 30s. Come on, I'm ancient now. I was like, damn, everything about it. I can't say perfect. Nobody's perfect. I mean, it's like, damn, man. Almost, all right, fuck it, perfect. Fuck it. I'll say it like it is. No, everything like that. Everybody's different. Short hair. Fuck. Okay. So anyway, I've dated girls when I've had long fucking hair that had short hair that were just absolutely stunningly beautiful. And I was like, wow, this is, and we had fun. And I mean, that was long hair, short hair, black, curly, it doesn't matter, man. Sexy is sexy. And shoot and pull my, well, this is the remnant of my staff. It used to be real long, I could pull myself up with it. Wish I had another staff. I don't know where I find one. I don't know of any type of wood here that I can think of. Pine wouldn't do, of course. No, pine would not do. Um, Maple maybe, and I do know where there's some maple, but I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I know that this came on, I believe, from either Oregon or Washington State. I guess the guys lived out there when they were younger. Oh, this guy was old. You think I'm old? Like I said, that still on. Anybody can guess my age, how old I am today. Not in day, just in years. If anybody guess how old I am today, it's worth. Like I said, I don't have a $20 bill on me, but I'll make good on it. It may take me a week, or something. I get. I'll find a way to get it. The first person that guess my age, and like I said, I don't give a fuck if it's Kelly or Jackie or even Bobby. Um, any motherfuckers that even know me. Now, if it's somebody like, let's see, now, even my son, if my son was to guess how old I am, I'll honor the best. I'm serious. Oh, but wait a minute, no, no. Well, I don't know about that. My son's got all them things, and I don't know. I guess it would be fair. Anybody could find out how old I am. Okay, I don't give a fuck. First person to first person to find out how old I am and let me know wins the $20. Now, if you come over here and say you want to go through the cabinets and take it out in food, we might can work a deal like that. If you're that hungry. Um, I'm sorry, Melissa Joan Hart is smoking. Usually, you run into girls like that, and they're not so nice. I think this girl's nice. Kind of like, I don't know. I'm sure she's hard headed. Can't be hard headed like that. Hey, Jackie's hard headed. Who cares? What? Oh, is this like different? Must be different clips over the years or some shit. Uh, oh man, I don't know what it is. It's weird. I don't know. She make fun of herself and There's nothing more fun than being out with a beautiful woman who does something fucking goofy. And you're just like, what the fuck? God damn. Like this one chick I dated, I mean, she was fucking stunningly beautiful. And I'm sure she still is. I'm sure she still is. It was up in New Jersey, and I'm sure she's still stunningly beautiful. She couldn't be anything but. And we'd be out somewhere, and this girl would stick her tongue out and lick the side of my fucking face. And I'd be like, what the fuck? And people would be laughing. And she'd have this smile and be, oh my God, this is also a turn on. I was like, what the fuck? What a crazy bitch. That was the coolest shit, man. She'd wrestle me. Come on, let's wrestle. Why do you say she would? She would. I mean, first time we down, like, you want to wrestle? She fucking took me down. I'm like, what the fuck? She was serious. I thought she was kidding around. We're out with Pine Barrens in New Jersey, down. We had to go to South Jersey. We lived in North Jersey, Bergen County. Beautiful, beautiful place. I had a great time there. I really did. And a couple of guys that I shared a house with, we were all aircraft mechanics, or I was in school, and they lived in South Jersey, so we drove down to South Jersey, and I took my car with my girlfriend. And we kind of road train down there because everybody took their car. We just, we were all going to South Jersey. I'd never been there. I didn't know shit about it, and it was kind of nice, and it was different than where we were. And she raced me down some sandy trail out in the middle of nowhere in the Pine Barrens. Come on, let's race. I'm like, what? Fuck yeah, man! Take off on it. That girl is fast. Shit. It's all about that. Oh yes, a good time. MTV and everything. Ah, I never thought too bad about New Jersey. I mean, growing up down here, New Jersey people were kind of assholes. They had that funny accent. I mean, New Yorkers, but New Yorkers, um, a lot of, I had a lot of friends from New York City and New York State, and um, that moved down here, and New Yorkers were different than New Jersey people. When I moved up there, New Jersey people were nice, and I lived in Jersey, and I loved it. They treated me nice, even with my Southern accent, which is not as bad as it was then. But and I always had decent jobs, and whether it was working on aircraft or whether it was working as a cabinet maker and woodworker, when they they treated me with respect and they taught me things, and I always liked that. We went to a woodworking convention. You don't do this kind of. We never saw this kind of stuff in here in Florida. We kind of it was different up there. Here I'm working in this shop, and every year they had this big woodworking convention in Hoboken, New Jersey. I think it was Hoboken. You know, and Hoboken is kind of funny. Um, yeah, you hear about this shit. I did. Like on the honeymooners and shit. And it was something about all the way to Hoboken or some shit. It was a joke back then. And I think who's that? Joe DiMaggio. Was it Joe DiMaggio? One of them baseball players. I think it might have been Joe DiMaggio. Yeah, I think it was. Was he born and raised in Hoboken, New Jersey, and it's right, kind of like I think there's a ferry that goes across or some shit to New York, and maybe the Holland. I don't know. Okay, yeah, exactly. New Jersey's kind of a fun place, and so here we are. We're by the Statue of Liberty. I got to see the Statue of Liberty, and it had the scaffold around it. They were rebuilding the scaffold. They were rebuilding the Statue of Liberty. It was real interesting. It was all surrounded by scaffold. It was so cool, and I saw it when they unveiled it. I was, as a matter of fact, I was at a bar drinking. This was the guy that owned the bar. The guy's dad was turning it over to his son. We were the same age, and he was in the Navy, and he was in submarines. And this bar was probably in the probably from the late 1800s. There's the front part of the bar and there's the back part. And in the back we'd go back there back then. And we'd snort cocaine after the bar closed, and everybody's real quiet and stuff. It was like I did it some, not a whole lot, because I had to work. Usually I worked if I was doing that kind of stuff. It was I was working the night shift. I was coming out late anyway. But this this guy was real steady, 100%. Uh, when you're on submarines, I guess you have to they have that psychological profile. If you're underwater for long periods of time, your mind's got to be right. You can't be like a headbanger, like I was not like headbanger like Beavis and Butthead. I mean, but you can't be um, explosive personality. You can't be getting on up fist fights and shit. I mean, I'm sure occasionally, but I mean, you're underwater for a long time. It's really, they do the psychological, and plus, even the cooks and stuff have to learn how to escape underwater and how to, um, do all kinds of shit, man. I mean, when I was young, it was one thing to think about that, but you could tell this guy, and I've met a few guys over the years that were near my age that had been on submarines, and for and every one of them just seemed like they drinking beer or whatever, or getting high or whatever. They have fun too, but I mean, you could tell they were real steady in their outlook. They didn't have a short range outlook. It wasn't like, what are we going to be doing tomorrow? It was like, you could tell they were thinking the cruise. What am I going to be doing down the road? Had that real long range capability. And so we're sitting at the bar. It's 4th of July, 1986, and I was by myself. I didn't have anybody with me. Damn, that was, yeah, I remember that. Uh, my girlfriend, I think, had broken up with me. She'd break up with me once in a while. Uh, I think we were in love with each other. I mean, uh, I think she'd break up with me to go out with other guys sometimes, and we'd always get back together. And believe me, so it was a lot easier for her to go. I think, like I said, I think she might have done it on purpose. So this would happen occasionally, and so I was alone on the 4th of July, and I went to it was Wallington. I'm trying to remember the name of the bar, Wallington. It might have been Bar Wallington. I don't know, but it had a marble, you know, marble bar. Like I mean, this stuff was impressive, and you tell it was old. It was ancient. The front bar was smaller. The back bar went all the way around. It was circular. It was all marble. I mean, this was very expensive, nice old shit. The front bar was smaller, and they had a pool table out there, and you could shoot one pool table. So you shoot pool, it wasn't that great. And me, I've always been a pool shooter, so I always shot pool. There was a pool table, I shoot pool. Grew up shooting pool. That's how they get rid of us kids when we were in South Carolina. Kids go back and shoot pool. So here I am, like 4 and 5 years old, learning how to shoot pool with my cousins and everything, and how to how to not get beat up by my cousins and things. And so that's why I shoot pool. But so here they are on TV. They're showing Statue of Liberty, and they're shooting off these dams. They're getting ready to have the big grand finale, and there was a overpass. Uh, maybe not maybe it might have been about half a mile, but back then I could walk. Uh, so I got me a plastic cup for my drink. I think I was drinking margaritas. I took my margarita with me and I walked over to that bridge because I knew that as I drove over, the overpass, I could see the Statue of Liberty. I went out there and you could see the Statue of Liberty and you could see the upper part, and the fireworks going off and stuff. And it was in the distance over by Hoboken. And I got to see the 1986 unveiling of Statue of Liberty with the fireworks going off. It was the 100-year anniversary of France giving us the Statue of Liberty. And it's a more community. And so anyway, this was like a year or two earlier when I had to quit aircraft mechanic school um, and get a job, and I got a job in South Hackensack doing cabinets and woodworking. And we would do. I remember we did was it South Hackensack or Hackensack? I think it was South Hackensack, but we did a bank in South Hackensack, and I did mainly lamination and hardware for them as far as this job went. And when we took the cabinets to install them, when they built them, they had slots built in the front. They were you couldn't see them. It wasn't you know accessible. But as we installed them, they had I think it was quarter-inch steel plates, and these some of the bitches were heavy. We made we put it was part of the design of the cabinets that we built that were for these tellers for the bank to where there was they were bulletproof. You couldn't shoot a bullet through that wood. They had steel plates in there blocking it, and I had never seen anything like it. And it was around right around the time, and it hadn't even taken off yet because we were. I had never seen it, never seen it, never. I never saw it until right before I came down. No, I wouldn't say that. I think 1985 is when they were talking about crack, but they they weren't selling it. You know what I mean? It wasn't widespread. There were times when I would do cocaine, like snort it, and that's all we did. And it wasn't like we were doing much. It was kind of pick up thing in the bar. And oh yeah, listen, you know, not enough to get crazy. At least me anyway. And I didn't have that much money, but it's fun. And we were thinking, cocaine. They were saying marijuana's not that bad. Oh, cocaine's not that bad either. And then here came that monster crack, and nobody had ever seen crack before. I mean, like this, where it was epidemic. And New York City was where it took off, I guess. And I probably met one of the first genuine crackheads. Went to the city after work, and he said, he goes, "If you're going to the city," he goes, "I got to stop and get a pint." I said, "Yeah, that's fine." I'm thinking marijuana. I was going to get some marijuana myself. I didn't have a whole lot of money, and he was going to buy crack. I didn't know shit about it. I didn't know if it was. I didn't know what it was. I knew it had something to do with cocaine, but I mean, he was like, first crackhead I ever met, and he was acting like one too. I'm like, damn, I didn't know. I didn't realize it was crack. I just thought he was kind of wacko, Yeah, it was crack. But and the type of something he was bad. So anyway, here we are in South Hackensack, where we put the armor plating in the bank tellers. Um, Windows, the glass guys installed the bulletproof glass and everything, after we installed the cabinets. And but we put the steel in the cabinets. It's like, holy shit, I didn't realize that quarter inch steel weighs, hey, it's bulletproof. South Hackensack, rough place, Oh yeah, they're gonna get jacked, but guess what? Them girls are gonna be safe behind that steel and glass. And so it was kind of interesting. I did that, and the same people I was working for, they there were two brothers, and there was the owner, and they were, me, I had to take a job because I had to, because I was trying to get back into aircraft mechanic schools. I was having a problem with the VA getting my money, and I still, I did and do and whatever. I do not lament that now. I'm old. My time has passed. I'm not going back. Fuck that. Um, it sucked at the time. I don't let it bother me anymore. I had my chance, and I went into. I worked as a mechanic, an aircraft mechanic on my own, and I gained my certifications through the school that I went to, and through working in the field. And so fuck the VA or whatever, fuck them. Anytime I've gotten a piece of mail from them, fuck them, it goes in the garbage. I was proud to be in the Army. I was proud of my unit, proud of the men I served with. The VA treated me like shit, and then kissed my fucking ass. And that's just the way that is. I don't mean anything bad, and I don't know, most people I know have good experiences and shit I didn't. And there were some that didn't, and my God, there was a lot more, and there was a lot more than me that had a lot worse than me that got treated a lot worse than me. So I don't bitch about it, but I don't talk about it either because I kind of go off like that. Can't help it, man. I'm sorry. Um, the Army's fine with me. Talking about that's fine, but when it comes to that, I've got my own opinions about that, and they're formed through my own experiences. And that's just the way that goes. And I don't hold any animosity towards anybody. It's just still makes me growl. But so anyway, we're going to this. They're looking forward to it. I'm working there for maybe a month or something, And they're talking about this. I don't know anything about it. I've never been to one. Never seen anything like this. I didn't know what it was going to be like. But to them, it was like a county fair or something. I'm thinking, damn, these guys are acting like they're going to a party or something. Well, that's exactly what the fuck it was. And I didn't have any idea. We all rode together. Um, I think in a van or no, it was a car. I don't fucking remember. But here we are. We're coming around, and you come off into Hoboken, and you're coming off on this exit, and it goes kind of around the statue. You're still looking over. There's a statue over. I got the scaffold all around. It's kind of cool. Wow. All right. And you come down to Hoboken, and it's industrial and urban and brick and paved, and a lot of industry. And when I drove to New Jersey, I was amazed. Oil refineries, gas refineries, junkyards were. I don't know how many acres or square miles of junk rust cars. It's like, holy fuck, man! You could hide out. I you could hide out somewhere like that or build something in the middle of it and never be found. Crazy shit, man. It's just amazing. When I moved up there, it's like, wow, this is some serious shit up here. And so here we pull into Hoboken, and there's a warehouse, and it looks like a just brick, fucking everything. Well, it's a fucking warehouse, and there's a million of them. It's industry, man. No big signs, no fancy office or nothing. You walk into this motherfucker and go around the corner, and there's these just there's all kinds of woodworking machines I'd never seen before or since. They had a bandsaw, I guess, for cutting like huge timbers and shit. And the blade was like this wide. I mean, it had big ripples in it, and it was maybe this thick, and I guess it would give a decent cut through these huge timbers or something. It wasn't in use, but I mean, it's sitting there and I'm going, what the fuck do they use this shit for? For cutting big timbers, I guess, big, big, big shit. Like, wow, I'd never seen anything like it. And, so I think some of the stuff you might see on how it's made or something like that. And, they had a girl there, and when I say girl, I mean lady, whatever. I was young. I was I think 21. No, I was probably 22 then. Let me say 22. Maybe I might have been 22. Yeah, I was probably 22, maybe two. No, I went 23. I remember. So I was probably 22. Might have been 21. And so there's this girl there, and she might have been a year or two older than me, a couple of years. She might have been even closer to 30. To me, 30 was old. When you're in your early 20s, you know, you're in the bar and some girl 30 years old wants to dance with me. I'm kind of like, I don't want to dance with some old lady. I mean, I'm serious. I was that way. And so, so here, and this chick is working for, I think it's Black and Decker, as a matter of fact, and she's got a router and she's just doing all kinds of cool shit. And I'm impressed. She's watching, and people are watching her. I'm watching her. I'm like, wow, you know, not because she's like a sexy girl, but that was part of the allure. But she was doing such cool shit. She was all kinds of stuff. I was like, wow, and and working in cabinetry, you make jigs, and you make them yourself. You make jigs to do all kinds of neat stuff, um, patterns with the router and stuff, all kinds of cool stuff. And here she was demonstrating all the cool stuff you can do with the router. And I was like, wow, I'm, and then there was all kinds of other people. They were showing you new saws, new drills. It was back when cordless drills were getting better and better. Like I think the Makita. Yeah, we had the Makitas. As a matter of fact, with the then 9.6, they were the shit back then. For years, those Makitas were the one to have. You had that fucking Makita with that long battery pack. That was the premier. That was and when I was a carpenter, down here in Florida, when I started in carpentry, I was a cabinet maker, and my friends got me into carpentry. I bucked it. I didn't want to be a carpenter, dirty, banging nails. And even when I started carpentry, I go back into cabinetry until I get fucked again by the cabinet makers, and then I go back to carpentry, and I bounce back and forth for a year or two. Not like bounce back and forth, but I finally made my mind up that the carpenters treated me better and that they paid me better, and it was kind of weird there for a while. But so that's how I stayed in the carpentry, and um, she's kind of hot. That chick I'm working, Mindy, what's her name? Yeah, Mindy's kind of hot. But so all kinds. They're showing off all this kind of shit. And they're giving you free stickers. I remember I had this cool sticker, and I think I put it on my briefcase. And I mean, I didn't know what to put it. It was kind of cool looking. It was like a it was like a picture, kind of a picture of a. I think it was German or something. I think it was German. And a picture of like a wooden model of a person or something swinging a wooden mallet or something. It's pretty cool looking. And they just have all kinds of neat stuff. And then for the food, you could eat anytime you want. And so I'm walking around. We're staying in this group. These guys are into it. It is like a county fair. It was fun, and it's all inside this huge warehouse with huge ceilings and stuff. And it was so cool. And like I said about that band song, there was other things that I can't remember, the like presses and stuff, hydraulics. And I learned. I don't think I did it up there. Did I do it up there? No, I think I actually saw it up there, but I didn't. I don't know if I ever worked in a shop up north with it. The European 30 millimeter system. I don't know. It's where pneumatic, where it's pneumatic, and you're putting all the shit in it. It's like the drills come down 18 at a time. Wonk. I worked with that stuff, and with those type of machines, the big setup. Now you gotta know your shit too. I mean, cabinetry, carpentry. You better have your mind right. You got to. It's easy. And numbers. You know what I mean. But so anyway, with this European system they called it, and it's all set up. It drills the holes for the hinges that go into the hole. And it's all precision shit. And it's the European. Then they had the false European. You know what I mean. But if you're a cabinet maker. And so I actually did. I did that down here where we had the whole shop set. And it was kind of nice, and it was kind of intensive. You had to set the machines up right, um, so that when you're set up to start building cabinets, you're doing a stockpile of wood, and so that when you start building them and laminating them and getting ready to put the doors on them and go install them and stuff, it all just clicks. They're units, and they're beautiful, and it does such good work. And when everything's set up right, you can cut a whole bunch of wood at once, and you can have it all pre-drilled and ready to go. It's like rock and roll, man. And you got to have those machines set up right. But once you get them set up right, and it takes a little bit to do it, it's impressive. It's impressive to learn how to do that. And New Jersey being the way it is, industrial and everything, a lot of it, where they make like one of the guys that I went to school with, his dad, owned a box making company, corrugated, what we call cardboard, corrugated paper, made boxes. Well, they need aircraft mechanics to go through there and maintain those machines, and they're real precision, to make those boxes. Even same thing with the cabinets, to where you have to know how to adjust them. You have to know how to do all that stuff. It's real complicated shit. Um, and a lot of times these people would send their kids to aircraft mechanic school because it is a training ground for the hydraulics, the pneumatics, the everything about it. Precision. And some of these guys never worked on aircraft. They went to school to one of the guys I lived with. I was in school at the time, and he was working in the field. He went through 2 years of that standard, 2 years of A&P, airframe and power plant training, and he worked for a medical company as a machinist, a precision machinist, to make titanium hips for replacement. And it had to be, precision. I mean, this was all titanium shit, and it was pretty interesting. And I had a piece that would go into the bone and it would fit in the socket. I had it for years. It was that he had machined, and sometimes they'd get a reject where it wouldn't be perfect. And that's what I had. And he gave it to me. I carried it for years down here after I moved back down here. Um, Another guy I worked with who lived at the house with me. There's three of us. He worked at the airport. He was fueling and towing jets. He was doing line service, but up there, where it was very busy and very intense and very how would you say, um, when these people flew into Teterboro Airport, it wasn't Joe Schmo flying in his little fucking 172. It would be occasionally. These were the heads of corporations. It was corporate aircraft a lot. And these people, uh, every corporate aircraft in the world would fly into Teterboro. Every motherfucker. Unless they were commies, South Africa at the time. We actually dealt with South Africa. And I said something to the mechanic guy, the head mechanic. He was kind of being a dick. I said, hey, what's that South Africa? Because that was big shit back then. If you've seen, what's that? I can't remember the name. Mad Max, Mel Gibson movie. The second one where they're kind of putting down on South Africa. Well, that's kind of what was going on with. We weren't supposed to do any trade with South Africa because of apartheid. And we actually had some parts back there that were marked for South Africa. And when I brought that up to the mechanic guy who was kind of being a dick to me, he got a little pissed off. I didn't give a fuck. I mean, really, I've always been that way. And but anyway, and I said, okay, I said, I'm just fucking with you, man. So he knew that but you can get in trouble for that back then. If to a point, I mean, come on, you know, it did kind of surprise him though that I knew and would say something like that. But also, I was getting tired of his bullshit. He wasn't my boss. My boss was allowed to fuck with me. You got a problem, you tell my boss will come get my ass. But so here we are in Hoboken. We're walking around, we're seeing all this neat shit. And it was like a fair. And so you walk over where they had the food and everything, and they had all kinds of food. It was like a buffet. And they had these tables set up like you would like at church or something. The kind of tables that fold out with folding legs and shit. And they all had like the cheap paper, whatever, on top. And just like a whole room, and it was all mixed drinks and beer and iced beer, big tubs of beer. And I'm like, what? So the boss, he's like, first before we went around the corner, we got all the food and stuff, and I mean, you can go out and get a drink, all kinds of whiskey sour, just all kinds of stuff. I still like whiskey sours. My dad used to drink that stuff when we were kids. My dad and mom, they don't drink much. I grew up drinking with my friends, fishing and drinking. We're beer drinkers, me and my buddies, and big time. We go camping and we go stand outside the bar and wait our money. We're in junior high school. We're riding down the road. Two cases. Every guy's got two cases of beer on the fucking handlebars. That's the way we get beer out camping. You, you see the guy coming around the curve, half a mile away. The beer's on the way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's the way we did camping when we were kids. And we had a bottle of rocket flights, and we were crazy. Nobody ever got hurt, thank God. But what's going on? Oh, okay. Shit, ain't nobody watching me. Everybody's going to work or whatever. Who would watch me anyway? So anyway, so here we are in Hoboken, and and this warehouse, and it's. I remember I used to. I guess I get depressed, when I was working out. When I worked in these cabinet shops up north, I'm going to work. It's dark. I'm working in this cabinet shop. It's kind of dark. I mean, you got your lights, you're under the fluorescence, and you get off work and it's dark. It's like, man, up north, I didn't astronomically, I didn't know this until there's things you learn as you get older. Some things you have to see in person, like uh, when it comes to astronomy. But I get depressed, working in these cabinet shops all the time. And then when I got a job at the airport, it's my first job working at an airport, and my God, what an airport to work at. Oh my God, we had a good time there, and I learned a lot. And um, the first thing I did before I even started working, there was a series of tapes and it was put out by Exxon. We ran the fuel farm, which means everybody who had an FBO, fixed base operation there, they bought their fuel through us. If they were Exxon, there was also Texaco. We did not associate with Texaco. Um, Texaco was like, I don't know, there's politics going on and everything. You know what I mean? Everything. There's politics going on and everything. Um, we had certain jets that were our, everybody had their, we knew who our jets were. We knew when they were coming. We knew what they were bringing. We knew who they were bringing. They were bringing the heads of corporation to go for litigation, and these like Getty Oil and Texaco were battling it out. And so you would see the jets coming in. You knew what was going on. The big court battle was going on in New York City. For um, I forget what that was about. That was oh no. Here's what it was: Pennzoil and Texaco. We had Pennzoil. When Pennzoil came in, we were there. We treated pretty much. They're bringing in their corporate stuff, and they were fighting. I think they were fighting Texas. No, Pennzoil was fighting Getty. I don't know. Something was going on, but we had the Pennzoil jet. And to me, that was the coolest thing. I still got a Pennzoil uh, sticker on my toolbox. When I get that cleaned up and organized, which I need to do and I'm going to do, it hadn't been for years. I want to get it back to the way it should be. When I open that drawer, I want to know where my sockets and everything. I've still got the same drawers. I've got one side's got the screwdrivers, one side's got the various pliers and stuff like that. I've got one drawer specifically for my ratchets and sockets and other stuff. But over the years, it's kind of just gone to hell. I want to get it back to the way it should be, close to it anyway. And but that was I would get depressed up north. But astronomically speaking, in the wintertime up north, you got this is a thought thing. This doesn't have anything. There's no math involved. We're telling. I keep going like that because I look back and I see that piece of black tape and think, "My hair's sticking out." But there's a knife sticking there. There's yeah, this is a thought thing. This is a thought. This is what Stephen Hawking does in that one book that I think I still have his. Uh, it's called A Brief History of Time. It's a very good book. Anybody can read it. I would recommend it to an elementary school kid who's interested in Stephen Hawking and his methods of analysis, the way he looks at physics, the way he looks at the world and everything. He was a prodigy, at a very young age. Um, Amazing, but there's a book he wrote, and there's no math involved. It's what he calls thought. It's a thought problem. Now, on the equator, the day is 12 hours long. The night is 12 hours long. It never changes at the equator. Now, if you go up to latitude 27, we are at almost latitude 27. If you go out to the county line, which is variably on Hillsborough, and also that section of Veterans Boulevard that runs due east-west, which is the continuation of that. I believe that is very almost exact, close latitude 27. So that's our latitude around here. When I have a telescope, a polar mounted telescope to set up, I set that elevation at 27 degrees. That way, 27 degrees, when you look at the North Star, that's 27 degrees. Bingo, it never changes. We're at latitude 27. What does change is our position in relation to the sun as we revolve and rotate around the sun. That's what changes. We go like that around the sun, but we're still pointing in the same direction towards that North Star. So that changes our relationship with the sun. Now, at latitude 27, our days are much shorter in the wintertime than they are in the summer. We just had the time change last night or whatever. It's Monday morning now. And it's going to be getting light a lot later. Like, I don't even know what time it is. Anyway, I don't have any idea what time it is. Have we been on the hour? There ain't no way I've been running my fucking mouth for 3 hours and 41 minutes and 11 seconds. But I'll be goddamn the hell. Boy, I talk too fucking much. I need to eat something. So anyway, smoke a cigarette. I need to take a goddamn break. We may have to cut this short. I was, you know, I keep hoping somebody's gonna show up. I got no guest host. I got no fucking. I was gonna have people come in. I was gonna have them introduce themselves and maybe uh, do something. I don't fucking know. Well, I went and chowed down on some chicken parmesan from Olive Garden, which is, man, I swear to God, I the last time I had chicken parmesan that I can think of, it was probably, fuck, man, my hips, in goddamn 2002. Oh fuck, what's going on? I think my battery's low. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it says. Something's something came up. I'm not sure what it is. Um, I hope it's not low battery. I can't really read it. I got my glasses. I'm a little dumbass, huh? It's what little glasses you carry. Yeah. But anyway, I think the battery is low, and either going to have to put it on charge, or else we're going to be plunged into blackness. Now, this is officially Randy and Beth's birthday. What's it called? Let me see what it says. Oh, God, I can't even remember. I've been talking so much. Let's see. Oh, it says "fuck you." That's where I feel. Well, it's just an in general thing. Fuck you means don't fuck with me. It says Randy and Beth's birthday bash marathon. Yep, we're having a real bash here. Mainly me talking too goddamn much. I should be doing stuff. What can I do? I don't know. What can I do besides fucking talk? If I could goddamn get, I'm looking at something here. If I could get some fucking guests up here, we could do some other shit. Oh, let me show you my Barbie doll. Don't get all weird. I found Barbie. I used to have a Barbie tree. Well, that's the future. That's the future story. Right now, we're going to the now story. Barbie rides on my bike. She has various poses. I like her to ride up with her sword in her hand. It's kind of heavy, the sword, so of course, it's pretty cool looking though. She's got long hair. It's the first Barbie I've ever found that had long hair. 'Cause usually I find them, and the kids they want to trim Barbie's hair, and she's kind of butch. She's looking kind of dykey. Barbie still looks good even with short hair. Come on. Well, anyway, I used to have a tree where I put them up, and I had 5 or 6 Barbies. It was called the Barbie tree, and it was this one tree along Cocoa Plum, where at certain times of the year when it was hotter than hell, on my bicycle, I could pull up next to the tree and drink a beer, and it was the only place you could do that. People would do it in the car too. If I was on my bike, it was my Barbie tree, but there was various people that knew it as the Barbie tree. I had my Barbies hanging up. All those I find them out there. I had zip ties and I put them up in the tree. Nothing weird. Just a Barbie tree. And then somebody went out there with a machete and cut them all down. Well, it was still the Barbie tree to me. I hadn't been out there in a long time. That's in Sector 47, which we lost the sector, and we fell to enemy forces. I can't believe it. I haven't been out there in so long, and I used to go out there almost every day fishing. And just getting away. And nice to ride around out there. Nobody ever bothered me. I talk to people sometimes. When I used to fish, I'd meet a lot more people, and I never had a problem. I talked fish and game whenever I saw them out there. Not anymore. I ride out there. I don't feel comfortable. I don't know what's going on. I don't even want to go out there anymore. It's kind of like I don't know how the U.S. Army felt after the fall of Saigon. Well, they lost. I lost Sector 47. That's all I had. It wasn't much. It was just somewhere I had good memories. I always remember the good times. Binary letter. Dig it, huh? So anyway, you're a good Barbie. You deserve to see Barbie. You deserve to see Barbie because if you've been here listening to me fucking run my goddamn mouth this motherfucking long, you deserve to come over and I'll give you a fucking beer. It's my goddamn birthday. I'm, if you can guess how old I am, whatever. There will be rewards. That was not a Nazi. I never done like Nazis. Neo or otherwise. They can do what they want, just don't fuck with me. That's the way I feel about it. Hey, you hadn't come on. Let me show you that. Let me show you what's like out here. Oh, especially since I cleaned it up. I wanted to get it all ready for Beth, so when she comes home, she got me calling this fucking place home. I hadn't had what I consider a home in probably 15 or 17 years, really. But I was her here, and really, she's not my girlfriend. No, she's my goddamn best friend. Fuck. She is. And hope she's all right. God damn it. Not too many people I like that. She's so cool. Fucking, I mean that. And I'm gonna shut the front door. I've gotten more oxygen tonight than I probably have in a while. Non-mixed with this shit, and might shoot a few fireballs around just to have some fun. I'm not sure. I haven't made my mind up yet. I've tried to show some restraint and decorum and what I was going to do, and then I walk in here and it's like the same old zoo again. You know what I mean? To where it makes me start getting irritated. And these people, they don't seem to respect anything. They're fucking with me again. I see it. I feel it. But so we may have to go back to me being the way I was when they called me a piece of shit. They called me a piece of fucking shit. I'm trying to stand up for myself. There's poison in the air. They're fucking with me, and I'm a piece of shit. I'm a piece of shit. I'm going to show them what a piece of shit can do. I tried to show them a piece of shit when there's no reason for me to do it, because they're in reality, to me, the piece of shit. When they were telling me that maybe I should fucking not be naming them, not be telling the world what they're motherfucking doing to me and my mom, or how I was going to implicate them as murderers if they didn't quit doing the shit they're doing. Well, them motherfuckers are doing exactly what I was being nice, hoping they would back off on doing. Now, if the shit's not going to change, then I may change right now. This little America of mine, it's my goddamn birthday, is going to start turning into me getting my pen out, and I'm going to start drawing diagrams and putting people's names on it, and fucking I'll show the world and I'll show everybody what the fuck's going on in this motherfucking neighborhood. Shit better stop now. Motherfuckers. You got me cussing. Shit better goddamn stop now. I told you motherfuckers. You're fucking in. I guess you fucking don't believe me. In one way or another, bitches. Fuck. Corn gets worn, yeah? Not when you're living it.